This is no filter, baby. Hey, what it do, what it is, y'all. It's your boy Tory and Meg rocking. Y'all know what today is. It is Thursday, and you know who back in the building. It is the No Filter Show, and I'm always joined by the greatest team. I just said we the Bulls. You dig what I'm saying? We were just talking about this thing, right? The all-star team. Go ahead and introduce yourself, people.
Yeah. Had the reverb on him for a second. Y'all already know what it is, Mr. A6. That's a fix. You know what it is, K Quick, Beats, Bars, and Faith. You know, Asylum. Make sure you get it. It's in here, you know, BBF.
Get that plug. Get that plug.
Just know that. I'm gonna just hold this up while everybody.
Phoenix, and I am the instigator, the promoter, the healer, the hot one because it's hot in here. And apparently, I just came out the closet and went back in it for about 30 minutes earlier.
Yeah, you missed the AI. We had a very healing moment. for lack of better terms, yeah.
You gotta be playing with me, man.
You had to have been there, bruh.
You gotta be playing. And of course, I am your man AI, aka GIMO, aka non-GMO, and of course, the Red Nose, 1999, man. It stands for the Pitbull, not the clown, man. Hey, look, we about to get busy.
Yeah. Before we get on this, let's shout out our Miss Star, our shining star. She has some personal affairs she's dealing with. We do miss you, Miss Star, but we gonna hold it for you, baby. Now let the shit begin.
I'm feeling good, man.
I need you.
Hey, look. Before we get started, man, how has everybody's week been?
Productive, man. I got a whole lot done, a whole lot I've been focusing on. So it's been very productive on this end here, bro.
What have I been doing this week?
Nothing.
Other than being mommy, doing emails and different things like that, setting up stuff and writing. Other than that,
yeah.
And so now, of course, we waiting for the man, the myth, the legend, the Eagles fan. He's a little hyped right now.
Yeah, we see from his picture.
Oh yeah, he switched the picture back, right?
Baby, switched the picture.
That's his good mood. That's his good mood picture.
I'm in good spirits. You know what I'm saying? It's been the trying week. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
My mom is actually in the hospital. They kept her. She was having some complications today. You know what I'm saying? Things is looking up on the up and up, but she's in good spirits.
Praise God.
I talked to her. So, Mama, if you're listening, we praying for you. You know what I'm saying? We'll talk to you later.
And sending big hugs and kisses to you, Mama.
Indeed.
But
I'm feeling good though. You know what I'm saying? It's like I said, it's always something, but you know what I'm saying? You always got to keep pushing forward. You know what I'm saying? You know, and then I'm on the airways right now with like the dopest fucking squad ever. I keep telling y'all, we the Bulls, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep telling them because low key it's some hating going on out there. And I said I wasn't going to address it, and I'm not really going to address it. And I'm not going to get into it. But I have a hater that's stalking me. You feel me? That's hating on my moves. That's throwing my names out there, and I'm not even going to give it no play. I just want to shout you out, bro, because you're letting me know that I'm doing something good. So keep on the hate. Keep the free program coming. I love it. Thank you. You dig what I'm saying? You can't stop an unstoppable force. Remember that. You dig what I'm saying? But anyway, we're going to get into the bullshit.
At a combined weight of 5,256 pounds, you have the No Filter Show. Hey, look. Hey, listen. We're not going to worry about the haters, bro. Hey, look. This is the one thing that I've always learn, bro. And the one thing that Rhapsody said that I actually posted a quote: raised by wolves, keep your children away from the sheep. You understand me, man? We eat out here. You understand me? Everybody that's looking, you best be prepared, bro, because it's coming from all angles. You dig? So we all in support of the brother or the brethren and the sister that's on this goddamn podcast, man. Look, we are garnering attention, man. We love everybody that supports us. We are syndicated.
Even the ones that don't support us, we love you.
Man, hey, look, listen, support is support. And look, hate is nothing but free publicity. You dig what I'm saying?
Damn
So
right.
we love
This
you
would have been-
motherfuckers too.
Yeah, this would be a good time to plug one of my favorite Taylor-Made Rock songs.
Oh,
How
go
it
ahead.
go? It's a hater over here. It's a hater over there. There's a hater.
Everywhere.
Yo, he used to burn the stage up performing that joint back when, man, in the memories days, boy.
You know what's
I
crazy?
swear.
Shout out to Vito for real and my man Slaughter. You dig what I'm saying? We low key had a little squad going. We was called the Turn Up Kings because it's like every time we hit the stage, it was just like a certain energy and weird backstory behind that shit. Like I actually went to high school with those guys. You know what I'm saying? And we crossed paths.
BB
You know what I'm saying?
something King, BB something King.
That B&B King and
B&B King, yeah.
Vito for real, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of crazy how shit happened, but like low key before I started performing them, you know, like I don't want to say I switched my style, but I was like a spitter. You feel me? So I really didn't have as much stage presence. Like I didn't have no energy to draw off. You dig what I'm saying? But being with them and started making music with them, like when we came together, it was just like this ball of energy. You dig what I'm saying? And that shit just couldn't be contained. And it's just like it moved from the stage to the crowd. But yeah, man, I used to miss the memories days, man. No bullshit.
Yo, definitely. That was a fire venue, yo. Real talk.
Memories
had some memories.
Yeah. Shout out to every artist that ever blessed that stage. You dig what I'm saying? Even K Quick used to come through that joint and scorch that bitch down. You feel me?
I lied. I used to burn memories up though, man. Like for real, I met you in person for the first time at Memories on one of your shows.
No bullshit.
And that's crazy. I used to play pool there.
Exactly.
Hey,
I used to play pool there, bro.
It's so
every
funny
Sunday.
how the links are happening and it eventually led to each other because nobody ever crossed paths other than you two, other than me and Rock, other than and I know Star, I know Rock, I know AI. It's like everything just linked into the same path. It's so dope. It's so dope.
But you want to hear something dope? I heard of K Quick because I was on YouTube and I seen the video for Reem. And I was like,
classic.
I was like, yo, who the fuck is this nigga burning his track up like this? I'm a big Bone Thugs and Harmony fan. So when you hear an artist that can attack it just like them or even better, you feel me? It just grabbed me. You feel me? Like, I ain't even gonna lie, Quick. I definitely want to hear you and Busy on the track. I think you giving that nigga and Busy my nigga. I love Busy.
My favorite rappers.
I think you would give them a run for their money, bro. And I will say it on air so the world. If I had to put my money up, I will put my money on you.
Wow, I mean that's humbling, especially when you talk about my favorite rappers. I mean, like for real, I just feel and granted, I say this all humbly. I mean, I feel like at the point I am, I can hold my own with anybody. You know, I can at least get on a track with somebody and hold my own. I have a legend on this album here. AK from Do or Die, another one of my heroes, and me and him went back and forth on the track. Yeah, on the song Flow featuring AK or Do or Die. Like shit, and me and him went back and forth on the track, and I can get on the track. I've been on the track with and I got more people in the industry which I did features with that I can't speak on because I'm in the contract with it. So I gotta keep it on the low. But like I just I know for at least I can at least hold it down if I get on the track and it don't matter who it is for real. I can at least hold it down.
So let me give you two y'all flowers while y'all here, man, because I'm amongst legends. All three of y'all, in all honesty, because we got the Blue Phoenix out here healing people left and right. You dig what I'm saying? Very subtly, very profound people. You dig what I'm saying? Then we have K Quick, bro. I ain't even gonna hold you. You know, I'm about to start some shit for the next 10 minutes. I'm gonna take the lead on this one because we got some shit we need to talk about because there's some things that transpired within the week. Unfortunately, you know, it's never enough news for us. You dig? And then of course we got Taylor-Made Rock. You understand me? I've heard him spit, man. Y'all are some fire ass artists, bro. I wish I had half, you know what I'm saying, the writing skills as y'all, man. But look, you got to give people their flowers while they're here. But let's get into this shit. I'm going to take the lead on this one because I know this is going to spark a conversation. We got to tell what? 9 o'clock till we get our guests on. All right, then we're gonna get the funny in. But let's be real about this. Busta Rhymes cannot stick with T.I.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that right now. Look, and I'm a fan of both. I'm a fan of both, and I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm a fan of both, and I'm gonna tell you right now. Busta 30 clip, just like that, straight up.
I got a feeling that you're a little biased because y'all.
I'm not biased. No. And granted, look, Busta influenced me. All right, when it comes to the stage and all that stuff. But granted, we spit nothing alike. We got like we both can speed rap, but like we speak. Our content is different. Now, granted, is he like one of my heroes? Yes. But if I'm unbiasedly looking at, because granted, I own the full catalog of T.I. and the full catalog of Busta, and like for real. If I'm just being realistic, if they're doing a 20-track run through, because that's usually how these joints go, it's gonna be probably back and forth for the first 10 tracks, maybe 12 or 13, but after that, Tip gonna get outpowered, in my opinion.
Hold on.
As soon as put your hands where my eyes can see, come on. As soon as what you want to be, come on, dangerous, break your neck.
Look,
I mean,
I agree with you, bro. Busta has a crazy, phenomenal catalog, but do not sit here and disrespect my man Tip.
I'm not disrespecting Tip, because no, I'm not gonna say it's gonna be
about to get the cracking.
I'm not saying it's a wash. No, I fuck with TIP. I fuck with TIP. It's not gonna be a wash. It's not gonna be a wash. Trust me. I said I'm not. That's why I say it's gonna be neck and neck. I say for the first 10, 13 tracks.
Look,
maybe 15. That's where it's probably gonna be it's gonna be a back and forth. But the last 5 is when it's gonna count. Who got the most steam in the tank?
Nah, bro. It's all about what songs is gonna be played. You feel me? It's all about
that is true
selection and matchup. You dig what I'm saying? Because honestly, T.I. catalog is mean. You can go back.
It is
music. He got some bangers on that. The thing is with Busta is a ball of energy. You dig what I'm saying? And if you can't match that energy, it's going to be a rap. So to me, it's all about what songs is picked and what's being matched up. And
I'm gonna tell you this, in the way they doing these verses now, because at first they just did it, virtually. If they do this shit in person on a stage, how they doing it now, and the songs Busta got come on, he's gonna turn that joint into a live performance. He gonna be all over, back and forth. You're gonna have to keep up with him on that camera. It's gonna be problems.
Busta's a little older now. Busta got
he ain't missed a step.
Listen, hold on. Busta got his old man credit for me when he was headbanging, right? He was headbanging and the nigga passed out and fell off the stage and hit his shit and split his shit open.
Hold on, what happened? What?
He was headbanging. He was like performing, slicing somebody, right?
Yeah.
The thing was the push it jump. The nigga was headbanging. Boom. The nigga all of a sudden
he got dizzy
and flipped the fuck over.
Oh, Busta.
Sit down, old man.
When did that happen? I need to say that because I get the footage.
Yes, there is footage. It was on World Star, bro. It was on World Star.
I missed that. All I know is still till this day, even though anybody can headbang and get lightheaded, but if you're not, but anyways, all I know is I actually seen Busta live before. I saw Genesis Busta, Dreadhead Busta from 2001. By far the best concert I ever been to. By far.
So basically what you're telling me is you almost threw your panties up there. Or you
all right. See now, like, you're not finna do that. You're not finna do that. You're not finna do that. AI, stop it. Because no, what I'm saying, I was 11 when I saw Busta. You feel me? I was 11 years old. Wait a minute, 2001. So wait, hold on.
Oh, you tough. Oh, you tough. Yeah.
Yeah, I was between 10 and 11. I was between 10 and 11 when I saw Busta, and that was like the first concert I ever been to. So my first impression of a live concert is hard to follow that, and it was Busta.
So are we okay? So enough respect, like you you cold, bro. Like at 11 years old to see Busta Rhymes, man. At your age, that's pretty tough, bro. You did.
Straight up, man.
I gotta give you enough respect. You know I'm gonna start some shit though, right? So
of course you are. You
we going
NBA
on the fact that that's your first? That's
that's
I'm like
not.
me going against Michael Jackson. I saw Michael Jackson in the Jackson 5, when I was like 5.
So did my mom.
I'm saying? That doesn't mean I was at RFK Stadium, bro.
Well, no, we just
am I your mama's age? God damn,
no.
Shit.
No, yeah, she was older. Like her, like all right. My parents and Michael Jackson fell in the same age bracket. They were like a year behind him, I think, or something like that, maybe in the same year. But all in all, I went to the concert thing off of what Rock was talking about. But all in all, when I'm being unbiased, when I'm unbiasedly thinking, now granted, fandom for both aside, I literally, after I saw the back and forth, I saw Tip and I saw Busta do that, his response. I'm looking through everything. And granted, the victor in this battle solely depends, because granted, as we all agree, T.I. got a heavy catalog. Busta guy has a heavy catalog, legendary catalog. It solely depends on what type of audience shows up for that live. Because if you wanted to me, because Busta know how to get that energy going, bro.
I beg to differ.
How many
albums does TIP? How many albums does TIP compared to
how
Busta?
many? But do all them albums got hit? He has more, but do all of them got hit?
Put a song out recently called "Pardon," I think, with Lil Baby on. He just put one out recently.
No, he got the whole album Libra, which is a classic too again. Mm-hmm. And got some hits on that, John. Some smoke.
It's a classic. All right, look. That's look.
For 8 years,
a classic. You can't call it a classic if it's just released. It's got to stand that. We got to wait till some time go by, and then we can give it that title. You can't just throw that around.
Yeah, that T.I.'s new album has been buzzing hard.
Yeah. Now, granted, I didn't even know he dropped a new album. I got to listen to it. So I've been sleeping on that. And
that shows that you are a Busta Rhymes fan.
No, look, you're not going to do that. I am a Busta Rhymes fan. I said I'm a Busta Rhymes and a T.I. fan. My first T.I. album, one of my favorite albums of all time, is Urban Legend. Because that joint, I can play that joint all the way through. Like Motivation was my favorite song for the longest time.
You made me raise my voice. What? That's like me watching my first porn star, bro. Like, I'm gonna be a little biased to watching my first porn star, bro. I get it, bro. But you're not talking about that.
Motivation was one of my favorite songs of all time. Like, straight up off of that album, though, man. And but like for real, that's my favorite T.I. album, personally.
So look, speaking of T.I., you know what I'm saying? We're gonna take a trip back in time because we stumbled across this article where his daughter said she started to keep her distance from her father, you know what I'm saying, but she still loves him. You know what I'm saying? I think they were referring to the whole situation where, you know, he's checking doctor visits to see if she's still a virgin. You know what I'm saying? I still think that's kind of a interesting topic, you know what I'm saying? Because I have a little girl, you know what I'm saying? But at what age do you kind of like stop caring? You feel me?
I don't know, because this is where I got an 18-year-old.
Right.
I got an 18-year-old daughter. Never once have I ever, tried to have that much control over my daughter. You dig what I'm saying? Like, she does have to listen at some points, but she has to be malleable at the same time. So I can't force. You know what I'm saying? It's just like when you punch clay or a soft object, even when you land on water can form into concrete and can break your back, you know what I'm saying, from a hard, fast distance. You dig what I'm saying? It's a certain level of control that you have. And once they're 18, 17, things like that, you have to back up. You have to give them all the space in the world and let them figure the world out. The only thing that they can ever hear is the reverberation of your knowledge. You know what I'm saying? That's key.
That's real.
But they're always going to make mistakes. You know what I mean? It's just, there's no way that you can go to a fucking gynecology appointment, you know what I'm saying, and expect years later that she's not going to want to distance herself. Like, she's going to see that as brute force. You dig?
So what do you think he personally, Weezy, let me ask you, because you're a lady. Was he doing too much?
Entirely too much. He really was. He should have let mommy go. He should have let mommy go. And some dads have to go, but he went too far. He did. That's a very personal, sensitive area and topic for girls and boys too. You know what I'm saying? Because boys don't want their mother in there while they talking about their penis. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So why would a girl want their father in there when they talking about their vagina, even if he's a single father and he has to go get pads and things? That doesn't have anything to do with him asking about her.
Now I got.
Go ahead.
Before you finish, I have to ask you this because you're in the medical field. What sounds better to you when you hear do you like the clinical definition of a phallus or a male's genitalia or nether regions, or do you like cock? Like, do you like certain things? Because everybody's been trying to figure out like how uncomfortable these words are. Like, it's terrible for a woman to look at a man and say, "We're going to look at your penis."
I ain't going front. That word does sound worse. It feels a lot more awkward saying the clinical term.
Well, I say penis because that's the word for one. And then we're talking about a younger child. If I was talking about a man, I would say phallus. I would say I prefer to say phallus than dick. Depending on who I'm talking to, I might say dick. But
have you ever clinically used dick in the office? I want to know if that's like a clinical word. Have they adapted and overcame and been moved? Have they moved into 2020 and been like, the man has a dick, pull his dick out?
They don't. No, it's still penis.
That would look.
Penis. That's how dudes testicles to the side. It's still penis and testicles.
I would rather my shit be called a dick.
Touch this vulva. Touch this. No,
I can imagine some people.
Vulvas,
I can imagine
have vulvas. Yes, those are lips. Vulvas.
I can imagine a woman saying those words will give somebody the wrong idea. Because even if a female doctor told me to do that, it'd be like, hold on, huh? I just came for a checkup.
Listen, bro. Hold on. We're not talking about the elephant in the room, because when we go into these places, because I have
thank you, Zena.
I have done I do CDL checkups every year, right? So I have to get my Class A CDL renewed. And it is the weirdest thing to go in there and they be like, okay, pull your penis out. No, tell me I got a dick. And then my shit will unflag. Everybody has shrinkage. I'm tired of the shrinkage. I'm so uncomfortable because it's mostly females anyway. I want my dick to be seen.
But I think the purpose of using those words are to not trigger certain things. For one, because that's the medical term. For two, we don't want to trigger you because we Mr. Mo, pull your dick out. First,
I said, wrong idea. Wrong idea. That's what I was saying. Like I
said, every porn I've ever looked at, I wish
bruh. Go on your porn sites. That's how at least 85% of the scenes start with that line.
Okay, so you can't come in there and say, Mr. Quick, Mr. Rock, Mr. Mo, pull your dick out. I want to check it. That is not going to because that triggers a part of you that don't need to be triggered when we're trying to be professional. Pull your penis out. You're like, ew, penis. And he does not react.
That just made me comfortable.
We can't hear you, Mo.
My dick immediately goes back into a shell. It's like, I got a penis? This is not what I've been called all my life. You can say PP and make me feel comfortable around my motherfucker.
How's that better?
It's not. But I will say, them saying penis will kill any type of vibe.
Thank you. It will equal sexual harassment for not for a man though, because that would make them feel better before a woman.
Hey, look, and you got to use the perverted voice too. You got to be like, oh yeah, you want to see this? You want to see this dick? You got to be weird. It's like between everything, like
idiot.
Young, I'd rather it be called a dick. Hey, sir. See, that's why I only go to female like professionals, like doctors. Like, it's already uncomfortable anyway to see to have a strange female look at your shit, but at least make me comfortable and call it a dick. Like,
we're not going to do that.
Don't say testicles. I want you. Want to
How
see
do we
balls?
Get here, dog?
If you want somebody to say dick, take your lady with you, and when the doctor come in, it's like, hey baby, pull your dick out.
But what if the doctor's a female doctor? And she say that in front of right?
No, because you can go there and whisper in his ear. Baby, pull out the dick. Just pull out the dick.
Well, hello.
hold on. Hey, real quick. So, I'm glad she just came in on the tail end of this conversation. But I guess it's actually in the waiting room.
Oh, may I?
Yeah,
may I?
We almost embarrassed ourselves.
Thank goodness.
We ain't embarrassed.
Hey, we already on live. This is public information now.
Hey, no bullshit. So, hey,
bro, you a damn idiot, dog. Idiot.
Quick, go ahead and introduce our guest real quick.
Oh, don't mind if I do. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us on the No Filter show tonight, we have a person who I've actually personally been following since 2013. She is a very, very, very multifaceted, multi-talented individual. She is a singer, songwriter, dancer, a radio show and podcast host in her own right, hailing from Corpus Christi, Texas. We have the lovely, talented Miss Sharisa Ali. Hey.
Hey.
Hey. Thank you for coming, Miss Riri.
Thank you.
How are you doing? Hello.
Hello.
We meet again.
We meet again.
Hey.
I am so happy to grace the No Filter platform.
Glad to have you, Riri.
Yes, thank you for coming.
Well, firstly, Riri, allow me to formally introduce you to everybody. I don't have to introduce you to me because we know each other already. So, the lovely lady you see above here, that is the Blue Phoenix. And the fella right there with the hat on, that is Mr. AI, also known as G.I. Mo. And then the dude with the weird picture, that's the host. That's Mr. Taylor May Rock right there.
What's happening?
What's happening?
What it do?
Hello, everybody. Let's get it popping.
Yes, indeed. Miss Sharisa, I swear I'm very excited to have you on. And once I pitched you over to the crew, they were excited to have you on as well. So firstly, give us a little bit of your background here. Like, tell us a little bit about yourself. Who is Sharisa Ali?
Oh wow, who is Sharisa? Okay. Well, some people call me Sharisa and some call me Riri. Don't forget the dash. I'm just a country girl from Corpus Christi, Texas. I don't know if you guys have ever been to Corpus Christi, but they also call it the sparkling city by the sea. And now
I'm ex-Army. I've been there.
You've been there, yes. And a lot of tourists come to Corpus Christi, but it's also known now as the home of Selena, the Tejano singer Selena. So I've traveled all over the world, and most people know Houston, they know Dallas, they know San Antonio. But when I say Corpus Christi, they're like, huh, what? So then I have to be like, okay, you know what Houston is? Okay, I'm 3 hours from there. So I have to usually do that. If I say, have you seen the movie Selena? They say, yeah, now I know. Okay, that's where I'm from. Or I remember living in Rhode Island and traveling to like Providence, Rhode Island, or to New York or whatever. And I would do open mic shows. I had met some other local music colleagues from the Bronx. Ken, shout out to Ken for life. And I started doing like open mics with them in the Bronx. I believe it was in the Bronx. And as soon as I introduced myself, hey, my name is Sharisa Ali, but y'all could call me Riri. They just like gravitated to me. I'm like, whoa, okay. And they say, so Riri, where you from? I'm like, Texas. They're like, Mike Jones. So, so everybody has their little, what links them to, what makes them like familiar, what Texas. And so I've built a rapport with so many people from the East Coast, Jacksonville, Florida. And I definitely have a lot of love in Jack. Shout out to Duval County. And that's pretty much me. I'm down to earth, probably a little too down to earth sometimes because, some people will try to take advantage of you because you're so down to earth, but don't get too comfortable.
I was getting ready to ask you,
okay,
how in the fuck did you survive the Bronx? Because There's only two places in America that are crazier than any place else in America, and that's Florida and the Bronx, as my man Charlamagne likes to say. Hey, look, and I've been looking up the stories, okay? How in the hell did that even work for you? Like, that is major. Did you move straight from Texas to upstate New York or within New York?
Well, I was married at the time, and my ex-husband was in the Navy, and so we got stationed to Newport, Rhode Island, which is really, really, really tiny, and it's predominantly Caucasian. So that was a major adjustment for me right there, because I come from over here where it's mainly Hispanic and probably just like a little smidget of Black people here. And so I'm surrounded with all these rich Caucasian people, and I had to adjust to that climate, you know, and getting judged and having to deal with different things on there. And then my ex at the time had a lot of family that lived in Jamaica, Queens. And so we were always there or in that area. And so I remember when Black Ink came out, and I told my little brother, I said, man, I'm finna go up in Black Ink. You watch me. I've always been like, not afraid. I've always been that one to be like, I'm finna do it. And I'm not really good at being a liar. So if I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. I'm always the one that's going to do what the next person ain't. I'm just a big risk taker. I didn't tone it down since I got older. But yeah, my mom used to be holding on to the edge of her seat. You have to watch her because she ain't afraid to do nothing. So I said, I'm walking in Black Ink, watch. So I film it and everything. I walk in and I see, I think it's Oh Shit. And he's like doing this is when it first started, when it was hot, you know. And he was doing a sketch, and he was like, you want a tattoo? And it was like real cold. I was like, nah, I ain't gonna get one today. I'll come back. And so I filmed it, I took pictures, I uploaded it, and everybody's like, she really up there. She really in Harlem. I'm like, oh yeah, I told you I was gonna go there. So when I was up there, I went to Apollo. I remember trying out for American Idol when they was doing auditioning. I think it was in Boston in 2005. So I just did just a little bit of everything. Wherever I went, I learned the local scene. I linked up with the DJs. You know, I performed also in Rhode Island, and then when I went to Jacksonville, that was a whole nother thing. You know, I got with the DJs there, and I remember when I moved to Jacksonville, Florida, I went to go perform at a college, I think it's Edward Waters, EWC, and Cousin Pete. Yeah, I know y'all familiar with Poetic Justice. Cousin Pete at the barbecue. Well, R.M.P. Cousin Pete. I know he passed away. Was it a few years ago? Well, he was there doing some stand-up. And then he was like, who is this girl? He was like, I want you at every stand-up that I go to from here on out. I was like, okay,
that's lit.
Yeah, so every time, you know, I was his entertainment, and he just pulled me in and whatever. So that was a blessing. And he was still trying to get his career together too, because, you know, in the movie industry, I can't speak for everybody, but there's some actors or actresses, we're like, well, what happened to them? I thought they ain't doing nothing. They are trying to do something. They're pitching pilots. There's certain times of the year where you go to California and you shop your little pilot around to see if it get picked up. And so he was in the midst of, I remember he called me again. Anytime he had something going on, hey, Reed, do you do a little acting? I was like, I can. What you got? He said, well, I came up with this pilot called Kinfolk, and I got a sponsor from out of Atlanta, and I'm going to shop it around and see if they pick it up. So they started filming little episodes, and he said, I'm going to send you the script, and you're going to be my daughter. You're going to be like you were in the military, and I'm going to call you when it's time for us to film you. Well, some months down the line, he calls me and say, hey, scratch that. I bumped heads with the investor. The investor, he thinks this is going to be really big. They had a theme song and everything, y'all. It was ready to launch. What's his name? It's Tory. What was the one in I know his name. Shame on me. He was Chicago.
Joe Torre.
Joe Torre. It was most of the people that were on the cast, you knew. And I was the only one that wasn't know. So I'm gonna see if I can pull it up on my email one day. But my journey has been so. Sometimes I forget what I've even done myself. But yeah, Joe Torre was gonna be in there. So I always been a fan of Joe Torre. Looking at him, Def Comedy Jam, and all that. I'm like, I want to be in the mix with them. I get excited for anything because I just like entertainment. It ain't never been about money for me. I know that'll come in the end, but I've always been involved in entertainment since a little girl. So it's a hobby, but it's just something I just love to do. So that's why I've been in it for the this long. So he calls me with this disappointing information, telling me that, well, I done bumped heads with the investor. He wants to take all the creative, he wants to take creative, y'all know what I'm trying to say.
Creative credit.
Yes. Okay. He wants to take it all. So he wants to, starts writing the script. He wants to recast. He wants to, do all that. And he was like, no, I picked the cast. I wrote the script. It's my baby. I don't want to give up that.
That's what happens with investors.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's what happened. I mean, they were on board, but as it was making a buzz, as what they would do is after they would shoot an episode, they would send it out and see how people gravitated to it, and everybody was like, "Yeah, this is funny as hell," And I knew it was going to be a nice little funny sitcom, but like I said, I just hate when that happens. I've seen a lot of stuff happen where they get greedy, and it's because if you're the creator and you're the casting and you got all that creative control, all the coins, you're gonna finna get all the coins. So that happened. And then I had got invited to a few comedy tours and stuff like that. At the time, I have my little boy, which was very, very young, so I couldn't go on a tour, not like that. Now, back in the day when I was like 19, 20, no kids, no nothing, we could have just mashed the gas on it, but. No, that didn't happen. And then that's that story on that. So I bumped heads with another story. When I was in Providence, Rhode Island, I bumped into Young Bloods. Y'all know If You Never Read, You Get. Remember them? They used to jam. And what's his name? My boy. If you don't give a fuck, go and okay. Anyway. Oh, y'all finna take your headphones off. We better start jamming. And it was what's his name? T-Pain had, I think it was I'm in Love with a Stripper.
Hey.
I'm sorry, on record, I could not stand the song. I'm sorry, T-Pain, I love you, but I don't know what it was. I was trying. I was like, damn, I'm hoping it could pull me in. It just never pulled me in. And so I was a big fan of Young Blood. So I told my friend at the time, I said, let's go to the show. So we went. I said, we're going to get VIP. Me, I don't know. I spoke it into existence. Next thing I know, we in VIP chilling with Young Bloods and T-Pain. And I always have this thing where I always bring a CD with me and a business card. Because my thing is, you never know. I might run into somebody. So I talked to Young Bloods. I was like, hey, my name is Sharice Ali. You can call me Riri. And it was my second album at the time called No U-Turns. And they were very nice. They were very nice and very humble. Like, hey, little mama, you okay? I see you trying to do your thing. Look here. The A&R of Job Records is in here right now. I was like, okay. He said, but you ain't gonna know who he is because he's dressed regular on purpose so he can blend in. He said, I'm going to take you to the VIP section so you can talk to him. He said, we on tour right now. We can't do nothing for you, but I'm going to hook you up with my A&R. Memphis. Y'all know Memphis, right? If y'all looked at Love and Hip Hop.
I remember him. I know it. That's lit.
Yeah, it's lit. But this is way early on before K. Michelle.
Yeah.
That's why I say this to say something else. So I was calling up the Job. At the same time, somehow I had linked up with Slip and Slide had something going on during that time where they was looking for R&B. So I'm always putting my eggs in the basket. So I'm, back and forth talking to Slip and Slide, and then I'm talking to Job, and they're like they still ain't came off a tour. And so I was like, well. But then later on, as I watched Love and Hip Hop, And they start describing Memphis' profile. He's the A&R of Jive, and he's, you know, Kate Michelle first album didn't, or her single, whatever, or EP didn't get dropped because they didn't have the budget or they spent the money, whatever lies they told. I said, you know what? The Lord knew. That wasn't for me. That wasn't for me. That one for me.
You ain't had the A-Town stomp or nothing, huh?
Huh?
You ain't had the A-Town stomp or nothing, huh?
A-Town. No.
Yeah. So yeah, but speaking of music though, how many?
I missed that. So I didn't miss that. I just it's like I always come in contact, but I guess for some reason, I guess the Lord is like, that ain't it. I got something better. I'm gonna take y'all back. Have y'all ever seen How to Be a Player, the movie?
That's my joint.
What Pierre, the yellow bone Pierre, with his crazy, the comedian. Right, he's always Nadine. That wasn't her name. Always kicking him out. Okay, that's one of my all-time favorites. All right, comedians used to be coming to Corpus Christi all the time. They came to Hotspot, and I had to work. But guess what? So I went to the club to ask how much the tickets were. Well, the bouncer remembers me from a concert. Said, "Hey, Ray, you still singing?" I said, "Yeah." Man, you mind opening up for Pierre tonight? Mind you guys, I had to work. I was like, "Yeah, I can do it."
I've been in situations just like that before, so I've been in that situation like that before too. So I know how it is.
You know how it is, right?
I know how it is, family.
Because the job you're working, that's your job to pay your bills. You gotta eat while you still trying to pursue what you're doing on the side. I'm sorry, like I said, I'm not finna eat oodles and noodles and peanut butter and do what Missy Elliott and them did. I mean, that's
wrong with peanut butter and jelly.
Okay?
What the fuck is wrong with oodles and noodles?
Right.
Peanut butter and jelly.
Oodles and noodles, but I
Nah, you know what? You gonna get a break real quick. Explain to everybody your favorite packets of oodles and noodles and how you hook them up. We gonna fuck that. Nah.
Okay,
You ain't gonna
right.
know.
I like the spicy hot chicken, but it's always
Oh, you eating rap snacks. You up that joint with Master P and them. You on that Bayou joint.
Yeah.
So how do you hook up your noodles?
Like it spicy. Look at what y'all trying to see. I know how to make a spread. I ain't been to prison.
Your story is so lit. Look, we got people out here listening. Yeah, your story is so lit. We know prison is coming next. We know you gotta be in prison at least 1 year. You had to go to prison at least one time.
Yeah, you cut somebody. It's like, no,
you know,
told me that wasn't for her.
But I do got a question for you, Teresa, because I know
I'm a killer, but don't push me. I mean,
right?
Y'all better put some money on my books.
Right. But I will. But Sharisa. So, exactly how many bodies of work do you have out there in the universe musically?
Oh man, I have 5 professional studio albums that are radio ready, and then I have 3 mixtapes, which back in the day when you got Screw and all of them, everybody's putting out a mixtape. Hey, we put a mixtape out too, about 3. They did
That's
really
lit.
good. And most people used to really just put out the mixtape just to build that buzz until you put out your actual project. But yeah, so I have 5 albums and 3 mixtapes. Yeah.
So yeah, because I do know the album where I discovered you was that Let's Rock joint, which is still one of my favorite R&B albums.
Yeah.
To this day. So granted, and there's that album, and what's the name of Expect the Unexpected? That's the other one that's out.
Expect the Unexpected. I have 2 features on. Do I have 2? I have 3. I have Cliche from Houston that's done a lot of work, and then I have a feature from Little Flip, and then I have a feature from Ken for Life. Ken for Life, they're really nice. Y'all might want to YouTube them. They've done some work with Pharrell. They're still up and coming, but they pretty hot, and they're like in the mix too. They just ain't
what's the name? What's the name?
Ken for Life.
Ken for Life.
They got great videos. They got great visuals. They were the ones I used to link up with in the Bronx, and I think they're now in Atlanta.
Now I gotta honestly say, I just looked up Amazon Music, and you have 5 out of 5 stars. That's crazy. Not a 4-star, 0%, 3-star 0, 2-star 0, 1-star 0. You have a 100% 5-star rating.
That's awesome.
And I will say, and as a person who's actually listened to her projects in full, Sharisa is the type of person. You're the type of person who I can tell takes pride in the not just the singles, but the entire body of work. Because I can literally play one of your projects all the way through without skipping a single song. So my question is, like, what mind state are you in when you put your projects together?
Oh, I have to be in a very clear mind state. Nobody has to be around. I have to be in the studio with nothing but the beat. Nothing but the beat. It has to be totally clear so I can knock it out. It has to be absolutely nothing on my mind but the music.
Wow.
So you've never done like you never smoked any sage or anything like that? You know, they roll them up really tight. You never done anything crazy.
You don't smoke sage, bro.
Like
you don't
like,
smoke sage.
Bro, I don't know, yeah, because all these artists, they got 5 out of 5, yeah, and everybody's feeling it. Yeah, you got to do something crazy. You dig what I'm saying? To make you even more lucid and everybody just feels you. Like,
wait a minute.
Who do you make?
Wait a minute.
Oh, here you go. See, you triggered something.
Now he wants to chime in.
I'm very interested because first of all, I'm intrigued by the accent. I can tell you from Texas. You know what I'm saying, by the way you talk.
Yeah.
And then just to hear your journey. You know, like you rub elbows with a lot of people. And I have a question for you. I think I don't want to switch subjects, but and through your journey, since you've encountered a lot of people, what was the most valuable lesson, or what was the best jewel that was dropped to you? Because in the industry, they make you pay for information. It's very rare that you find someone that will share genuine information to help you get ahead. So what was that one advice?
Facts.
That was just that gold mine that you needed.
Oh wow. Do you mean like what was the fuel to my fire that kept me motivated?
No, what was a piece of advice that was given to you?
From someone already in the industry or something.
Oh, by someone already in the industry. Wow. Let me see. I've gotten quite a bit. I have to say the advice I had got was keep going, keep being myself, keep it classy. Don't feel like you need to conform to what everyone else is doing, what the other women are doing, such as, being naked and making everything sexual. That I have something that is genuine, it's authentic, and it's something that nobody's doing. It's positive. And just to keep going, just keep going.
Yeah, definitely. Speaking of like influence, and so because like when I first listened to you, and matter of fact, more so when I first listened to the Expect the Unexpected album, I heard influences. I heard glimpses of where you probably pulled a lot of your influence from. So where, may I ask, who are your artistic influences, musically, performance wise? Who is in that gumbo called Sharisa Ali that you mixed up in there?
Oh yeah, that's a no-brainer. Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson, Whitney Houston, Left Eye, and Mary J. Blige.
Woo! That's a mean gumbo.
Left Eye? So you saucy with it.
Yeah,
that's a mean gumbo there. Because for real, because you got bars too. I can hear the Left Eye in there, and that accent kind of puts that extra spice in it.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I think you can most definitely hear all the inspirations in there. I mean, you hear me, but you can hear. Okay.
Oh, it's you. It's definitely
okay.
Person.
So I have a. Since you said your inspirations, I have a crazy question for you. So you're a singer, right? So and a rapper, perfect. So how do you feel about ghostwriters? Because when it comes to singing, it's okay for someone to write a song for you, but in hip hop, we're held to a standard where you must write your own or you can't be respected.
Wow. How do I feel about, I just, to be honest with you, I just started really learning about ghostwriters because I noticed they don't never really reveal that someone has a ghostwriter until there's like a beef or there's some type of feud with credibility, and then it's this, oh, she didn't write that, till they start coming under negative fire. Then you start finding out, oh, so and so didn't write that, and they don't really, I don't know if that's some type of contract where it's like you can't disclose who wrote it, because I know the credits is usually on the back of the album cover or inside of it. So
with ghostwriting, there's an agreement of which once you write it, they get all the credit for it. They don't disclose who wrote it. Like most times nowadays, information either leaks somehow out in the universe, and that's how people find out. So.
Okay, well, with that being said, I don't think that's fair. Some people can't write. I found out a lot of people in the industry don't write, but I'd be like, dang, the way they sung that, the way they rapped it, you could have swore. And some people, the thing is, even if they're not writing, they may have contributed in some kind of way. They might have just said, here, this is the storyline, this is what I want to say. And that writer, what they do is they write it, they arrange it, they compose it, they put it in order. A lot of people don't know how to do that. What verse comes first, what comes next, the hooks, what's going to be the ad-libs. It just doesn't come natural. I know Snoop Dogg talked about for the longest he couldn't write, and I can't remember who taught him how to. He wrote something just like a poem. They were like, dude, you didn't, okay, well, what's the first verse? And he was like, what you mean? They were like, you need to arrange it. He was like, arrange it? What you mean? Some people don't get it. They know how to write, but they don't know. I don't know. It's too confusing to put what with what. So as a ghostwriter, I know Brandy have sat down with writers and she told them what she wanted. They contribute sometimes. They're just not arranging it, composing it. The idea came somewhere. That's just like Usher with Jermaine Dupri with Confessions. The ideas came from somewhere. Now, you probably didn't write the whole thing and composed it, but they had a starting point. They had something to start with, a topic, and you usually need a topic,
Mm-hmm.
So, but I don't think that's fair to throw the artist under the bus like that. If that was an agreement or whatever the case, but if they delivered it, I mean, you did that. You delivered that. I mean, everybody. Some people don't know how to deliver. If I give you a sheet of music and I hand it to you, does it mean that you're going to deliver that song? That doesn't mean that you're going to bring that song home.
But we all got to be honest. And this is the scary part. This is the scary part about it, Sharice. And, what you're saying is that we learned from the NWA movie that Cube wrote most of the songs. But the delivery is everything. Like he specifically, you know what I'm saying? A writer has a gift. An artist has a gift. You know what I'm saying? When you were in those situations, okay, or have you ever had to hire a writer? First and foremost, have you ever had to? Okay,
no.
You could tell because she said she ain't know nothing about
I all my work is written by me. Actually, people don't even believe that I'm writing it. They're like, well, who wrote Same Old Thing? Who wrote Tired? Who wrote Love Control? You wrote that? And I'm sitting up here like, why is that so unbelievable that I wrote that? And I'm just now kind of really learning that some people really don't know how to write a good piece of work, and it's really a big deal. And I'm just now learning that being able to not just write, but write a nice articulated song and it hits. And I'm like I said, I just discovered some years ago how big of a percentage of people in the industry that are not writing, and I'm like, dang, they spoiled. Because they gave you a state of music. Okay, hey, I got this song for you. Be in the studio at 5 a.m. And they just hand it to you. And they might have the little melody on how it go. Yeah, it go like this. And then you just kind of just feed off of that and do your thing. I've never had that luxury, I had to get it from the mud. So I'm like, y'all is just fine. I ain't had no song handed to me.
Well, just to dive deeper into that and to piggyback off of what was said, because I do know of Snoop's beginnings when it comes to writing, because granted, being taught how to write and having something written for you is two completely different things. Now, granted, even me, when I first started writing raps, I used to write one long verse. I would have one verse that was like 5 pages long. I had to learn how to structure a verse. Like this is a 16. There's an 8-bar hook. There's a 16. You know, so I had to learn bar counts because my first rap was literally like 85 bars long. I was just writing to be right.
Exactly. Now, it's more to writing than people think. That's why when you look at the credits, it has the arranger of song. I used to wonder why. I'm like, the arranger of so and so, the composer, and this is where everybody's getting paid.
Yeah,
this is where the money is getting divided.
Yeah. And as far as ghostwriting goes, now granted, my question is, do you feel like when it comes to singing, a singer gets a pass for having songs written for her because technically the talent is in her voice. You can have the voice of an angel. They'll put you in the studio with as many writers as they need to, as long as your voice sounds A1. But when it comes to now, when it comes to
that's the problem. That is the problem. As a creative, if you sing,
nobody should get. If that's the case, if we want to do it like that. I think that number one, the ghostwriter needs to be known. I don't like the fact that there's a disclosure that person is hidden. That I don't like that. I'm sorry. I don't. And everybody needs to be held to the same standard. I found out Mary J was getting a lot of songs written by Robin Thicke. I didn't know he was doing a lot of same for Missy Elliott. You know, those people need to be in. Quincy Jones wrote, I'm sorry, not just Babyface. He wrote a plethora of songs, and you find out 20 years later, well, they need to be praised just as much as the artist because writing ain't easy.
It's not. And question, do you feel, because granted, when it comes to rap, your lyrics are what makes you. Lyrics and delivery, of course, but what you do with your pen is what makes you a rapper, what makes you a lyricist. Now, if you're not the lyricist penning those words, you having a ghostwriter, do you feel that person takes a hit as far as their credibility to their content because it's not their story?
Absolutely, you do. You don't have the same respect. You don't have the same respect. You don't. I mean, that's
kind of makes you the performer.
That's just like, all right. I'm sorry. Let's talk about people that had plastic surgery. That ain't. Oh, you know what I'm saying? You didn't got your lips done. Okay. Oh, girl, they look so natural, and this. You find out they didn't have injections, then you're gonna be like, it looked good, but. It's like you have a certain respect when it's real versus when it's fake. I don't know if that you just have a certain, love, a certain appreciation.
Yeah. So last question for you, Miss Ali. So you have a podcast of your own entitled The Source Connection. So firstly, well, this is kind of a couple of questions composed into one. Firstly, what made you get into, media and podcasting and such? And two, how did you end up formulating the format? Like, because on your show, you deliver a lot of informative information, whether it's about the music business, whether it's about current events or life in general. What made you come up with that format and how did you get into it?
Oh, wow. Well, the thing about it is how I really got into it is because even though I do music, I'm like a student to just music and everybody's story. Like, I just don't like music. Like, I'm for real with it. Like, I want to know your story. I want to know your struggle. Like, I love, documentaries. I love watching Unsung and The Temptations and TLC and the New Edition stories. I like to know James Brown. I like to know the stories, in the background, from the come up to the pitfall to the coming back up to all that stuff. So I like to know about the person's profile, how they operate, they give to charities, the person and just everything about them. So I'm already
nosy.
Yeah, I'm nosy, but
I'm joking. I'm joking with you. I know.
Because I'm independent. I'm a bit nosy. But it's educational for me because since I'm independent, sometimes I use it as guidance. Like, okay, I'm on the right track. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't do that. Yep, I'm glad I didn't run into him. I'm glad I don't. He won't be my bodyguard. Sitting up there snitching on everybody. Nope. Let me jot that down. Scratch you out. So I got into that just being real. I have a real broad interest. So anything that I like learning. So anything that I don't know, especially if it's based on facts and statistics, I'm all in. Okay, I didn't know that. Just because if you know better, you do better. And just me as a hobby, doing a lot of reading and stuff like that. And I'm pretty resourceful. Like some people, Bree, how'd you know that? Well, I read that somewhere, and I can give you the source where like a reliable source. And I kind of got into really knowing my sources by going back to college. When you go to school, you got to do MLA, APA. The APA me to death. So you know what I'm saying. So I'm
don't remind me.
Interested in that stuff already, and my stuff, and I said, I don't know. I said years ago, I was like, yeah, maybe I need to launch a little show. People will gravitate to some of my topics on social media. It was just a hobby. But then they started relying on me for the info. Inbox me, Reed, what about this story? What's going on with this? And have you checked out that? But I'm not getting paid for it. It's just when I feel like it. It might be on a Monday, and then I might take a break and do it 2 weeks later. And I kept toggling, like, am I going to really jump out there? Am I not going to jump out there? And then some of my friends that been watching me from my journey from talent shows and on up, they're like, Reed, yeah, I had pitched it out there. And they were like, go ahead and do it. I'm like, nah, I don't really like to I don't know about being in the camera Monday through Friday. I can't do that. Well, you're an entertainer. You should be used to doing I said, videos is one shot. Photo shoot is one shot. I know, I'm moody, so I might not want to do nothing. Y'all might catch a mood on Wednesday. So I had to narrow it down. I had to be real with myself. I can only do this realistically once a week, and that's a gamble. Because y'all might catch, y'all ain't caught a mood yet, but y'all might catch a mood. Because I can't be fake. That's the thing. I can't be fake. So I said I could do one a day. I had to sit down and say, what can I do if I'm gonna do this realistically? I can only do this one day. And everything I do revolves around, what I'm into. So what you get on the show is what I'm into. So that's how I was able to build the blueprint for it, K-Quick.
Indeed. So tell us
who I am and what I'm
go ahead.
How tall you are. Hold on, K-Quick, because I'm gonna follow up. I'm glad you asked that question. Tell us how tall you are.
I am 5 feet.
And why are you so damn feisty?
5 foot.
Oh, see, this is always the why is it always the 5 foot ones, the feisty ones?
Y'all funny. Thought I was model size?
Well, I haven't met you in person yet, so I was taking wild guesses. I haven't met you in person yet.
Well, Miss Wild Tall.
Everyone always thinks like I'm a model size or something.
It's the camera angle.
You know what?
It's the angle.
And your personality is big. So it don't even matter. You dig what I'm saying? Your writing is big.
That's all.
Yeah, they always think
everything's big.
When they meet me, they're like, oh, I thought you were like a model tall. I'm like, they're like, you're tiny, you're a little bitty woman. I'm like, yeah, I'm 5 feet.
Yeah,
my mother's 4'11", so you good. All right.
I'm not going for it. My guess was like, yo, she might be about a good 5'9" or so. Just judging off of your video.
60 inches, 5 feet. I'm 5 feet, y'all.
Okay. Oh wow, that's awesome.
Well, Miss Riri, Miss Texan, go on and tell us all your bit of where we can find you, where we can listen to your podcast. Anybody want to reach out to you? Just give us all that part of your business.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you can find me on Facebook, The Source Connection on Facebook Live every Tuesday at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. If you want to follow all my social media platforms, it's Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. It's 361 Sharisa. You can find all my music on all digital platforms, Apple Music, Spotify, anywhere, Google Play.
I'm slicing it 5 out of 5 stars, y'all. Hey, look, on Amazon, it's 5 out of 5 stars. There are no complaints.
And she is fire. Hold on, you get the reverb. Hold on. She is fire.
I'm just trying to slice you, Queen. Hey, look, I'm just trying to.
Pay no attention to that guy.
Oh, 5
He
out of
said
5.
5 out of 5
Oh,
stars.
yeah, 5 out of 5.
5
Yeah,
out of 5.
I didn't even know. It's funny that you said the 5 out of 5. I didn't even know I had that. That's good to know.
That's a good way to end your night, right? But
Yes,
thank you
indeed.
so
And
much.
Miss Sharisa, to close out, if there's any other young female artists out there that you would drop, what gem would you drop to them right now? To any young artist that's in the shoes of the 18, 19-year-old Sharisa Ali, what jewel would you give to them right now before you head out?
You said what advice would I give to them?
Yeah, basically, what advice would you give
That's like
to
an
them?
aspiring singer.
Yeah.
You know what? I know so many people that love to sing in the restroom. And they could sing. I'm saying raw talent. But their fear, they won't do it. I can't stand it. I know some people that can blow, male and female. But to all my females out there, while you're young, get out there and sing. You don't want to be 40, 50 years old down the line and saying, I wish I could have been a singer. What if? Don't do the what if. Do it now. Go for it. Don't worry about the naysayers. Go for it. And this is the time. You guys are in the digital age. Back when I started in the 90s, we didn't have all of this. You guys can get on TikTok and all of this, and you can really make something shake. So don't worry about what people say. If you know you have something, block them out and do it.
Lovely.
I was hoping to come out with my own rendition of Old Negro Spirituals. I got Wade in the Water down pat, okay? I learned that shit on a recorder, and I sing that shit in the shower every day. I got the bass for it. Like, I thought that I was going to be the next.
So you a shower singer?
I am.
Shame on you.
Oh, yeah.
Shame on you. Y'all better get in.
Because I ain't shit.
Look, even if you are in your 40s and 50s, if you want to do it, do it. Never
do that.
You in there singing like Levert.
Yeah, man. And I also want to say, there's absolutely.
Let me find out you singing.
Oh yeah, you should hear him sing down by the riverside.
Man,
or in the garden.
Man, while I'm getting whipped with a whip. I'm getting whipped with a whip. Man, you gotta hear the high notes I hit. There's some sadomasochist shit going on here. I need motivation.
Oh yeah, you can hear the pain in his voice. You can hear it.
Especially when I eat a lot of things with cheese in it. Oh man, constipation, motherfucker. I can sing like shit.
Yeah.
And to piggyback off of what you said, and just piggyback off of what both of these ladies said. Yes, please. If you got a passion out there, go for yours. And it doesn't matter the age. There's no age limit on a gift.
Hell no.
Whatsoever. So go for yours. The only great time is now. So
be
go
99 and a half. Go do it.
Hey. So Miss Sharisa Ali.
Sing us something right now. Just imagine you in the shower. Go ahead and sing.
GMO hit her with something.
All right. Are y'all ready?
Get him. Put the reverb on.
Wade in the water. Wade in the water. You're trying.
Bruh. Yo, you see this woman shaking her head at you, and don't you got a song called "Shaking Your Head"?
That's because I'm on 40. Hey, look, I'm about to hit the big 4-0. Hey, hold up. Hey, Sharice, I'm about to hit the big 4-0, and I'm like that, okay? All right. I got gray hairs.
He even had the jingle.
I'm an OT. They ain't ready for this yet.
Ready for it? Okay.
Nah,
don't keep them waiting for long. Don't keep them waiting for long.
Wow. Miss Sharisa.
No, I think I need to hold on till I'm dead and reincarnated.
That's funny. Miss Sharisa Ali, aka Riri. We appreciate you for being on the No Filter Show. You were definitely a treat tonight. We enjoyed the story. We're gonna have to bring you back. I want to bring you back on just to hear some more of them stories you got. It seemed like you got a few.
I got so many. I started remembering stuff as y'all was throwing questions at me, boy, that I had totally forgot about. It was definitely fun. I enjoyed y'all.
Yes, ma'am.
Love.
We really enjoyed you too.
Night.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Very
you keep
much
that same smile and that same energy. Real talk. And we will definitely have you back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. I love it. I love it.
Indeed.
We get a lot of laughing.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
We do that here.
That's because I'm mentally ill. I'm mentally ill. I need Ritalin and a whole lot of drugs. You understand?
And the fact that he can admit it is his first step.
I'm throwing him tonight, though. I'm going to take time out. Now that I found out he's holding back a catalog. The shower edition.
Yo. Yeah. That is funny. But thank you so much. Hey, don't start singing up here. You're going to make me fade out.
Do I got to go get my Timberlands?
Hey, your vest.
Do I really got to go get my Timberlands and have my nipples out? Because I'm with the smoke. Hey, let's get it. Let's get it. Nothing but a... Hey, young, man, you gonna make a video. It's gonna be funny as shit. It's gonna be dad bods. Yeah, bring that H-Town out.
Ain't nobody hearing him right now.
This dude gonna end up looking like the fifth member of Jodeci out this month. Straight up.
Nah, I'm probably Boys the Men because I'm a little aged, I'm a little seasoned, so probably Boys the Men, y'all. Probably Boys the Men.
No, you're from men. That's from men to senior, right there.
Is that how they do it? Is that how you get your?
No,
like,
bro.
That was not a day. Come on now.
You sound like you need your inhaler, my guy. You need your inhaler. Get your inhaler.
This lady.
Give him the honey. Give him the honey, yo.
You sound like a sick farm animal, bro.
Somebody kill me now, y'all.
Oh my God.
Well, thank you so much, Sharice, man.
Thank you so much, Sharisa Ali, everybody. One more hand for her tonight. One more hand. Thank you so much. Woo! Much love to Sharisa Ali, all the way from Texas.
She was fun.
She was, yo. And you can tell she funny. She was coming on here putting up with us. You might straight up.
Man, she is too tough, man. Hey, listen, man. Look, all the ladies that was looking at this interview, man, has been inspired. They were asking like the most, you know what I'm saying, pivotal questions, and she just so happened to just answer it randomly. You know what I'm saying? And thanks to you, Quick, like for real, like you were asking questions that needed to be asked. You dig what I'm saying?
Yes, indeed.
And of course, man, hey, bro, and Rock, young, hey, look, he was on his shit. You dig what I'm saying? Even though he trying to multitask and look at these dirty ass Philadelphia dirty birds and dudes and shit.
Don't worry about me and my split screen as we get the field goal.
That's why we can't see his facial reactions, because every time they lose, he gonna be like, "Man, I should kill myself." He gonna have the gun to the head.
Oh no! So hold on. I have one more question that I must ask since I'm on the roll with questions, bro. I have two of them. One, did you really sing an old Negro spin?
Bro, that was the first song I learned when I went to school, bro. Do you remember? Like we grew up. I grew up where you had a recorder and they taught you old Negro spirituals all the time.
The recorder, the little toy.
I still know how to play it. I still know how to play the recorder.
Oh, so you know how to blow?
It
Like-
sounds like
Yo,
like
the
you got to get free.
Yo, I never had to play the recorder in school, but I had one as a kid, like as like a toy, like and I didn't know how to play it like seriously. I would just go around there just making random noises with the thing, thinking I was doing something. But but yeah, the recorder. I didn't even know it had a name. I just called it a flute. It just fit.
It's a recorder.
But yeah.
Actually, it's one in my house now.
But yes, I do know how to sing old Negro spirituals. I used to call cadence when I was in the military. I can actually sing, y'all. I don't know. It's funny. I can really sing, but I had to get adjusted. I went through a third puberty, so my voice was actually high as shit. And then I went through a third puberty thanks to alcohol and cigarettes. Yeah, and so now all of a sudden in genetics, I am the voice that I am now. So, Rock, to answer your question, fuck you and the Philadelphia Eagles, my man.
Okay.
Damn, the Eagles.
He said, okay.
Number 2. Did you really say you was gonna put some Timberlands in the vest on, bro, with your nipples?
Yeah, bro. I grew up in that era, bro. Like I got the bald head now. But I always wanted to do the grab the weird shit from the sky and then do this shit. Like, have you ever done that? You young motherfuckers, you don't even understand what that shit meant in a dance hall, bro. Like I used to do splits. Play splits, all that shit.
Oh, yo, that's crazy. Grab the rip. All right, he just did the old.
Yeah, you do this.
Boy band is.
That was very important. It was eye candy for the ladies. So if
do you do the random?
Important.
So did you ever do the random point and the reach and the pull back like this?
Nah, we ain't had to do that. Bro. They was looking at the pelvis, bro.
It was more acrobatics. Yeah, you had to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, so you was one of them. You was one of them boy banders then. You wasn't. You was a boy.
No, there were no boy bands when I was growing up, bro. There really wasn't, young. Like, in all honesty, bro, like Kid and Play was like everything. So we had to get the foot sweep, jump up, and bounce on our nuts, bro. Have you ever tried to bounce on your nuts?
Much love. You say what now?
I said, have you ever had to jump up in the air, dodge a foot, and bounce on your balls at the same time, bro? They was rebounding,
I was going to say you had to jump down and land like on your hands and do like a little roll with your foot.
Man,
yeah,
the half split and then bounce back up and then do the roll it, Kid and Play now. Y'all know nothing. You need to look at the films back in the early 90s, man, late 80s, man. That's what
I already know all the choreography. I do know the choreography. For one, I know the choreography from all the Kid and Play movies. I know that much. And then I was doing that homeboy,
shit. I was too.
What's homeboy name from Breaking?
You talking about Turbo.
I used to imitate, bruh. Show.
You motherfucker. You don't know what the fuck it means to get slapped in the face trying to balance a broom, nigga. I tried to balance a fucking broom. My mama slapped the shit out of me, bro.
I couldn't do the broom thing, but like thanks to MJ, I already had the pop lock thing down. So I would just try to imitate his way of doing it, because Turbo did more of a ticking motion with his, so I tried to master his joint.
I think everybody tried that broom. I know I should stay there.
I never could do it.
How about this? I did that shit and I got abused. Okay, my parents were from the old slavery days. They're from the South. They beat the shit out of my light skinned ass. I swear to God, I'm dark skinned, man. Y'all don't even give me enough credit, man. Okay.
So when they saw you do that, with that broom, did they rebuke you in the name of Jesus?
No, not in the name of Jesus. They rebuked me in the name of my ass, bro. My ass is Jesus, bro. You ever been wilt up? You hear me? God. Bro, I was always out of pocket, bro. I was like this, hey, mom, up. I need some MC Hammer pants. I had MC Hammer pants at elementary, bro.
Did you?
Yeah, I had MC Hammer pants. They were plaid.
Pants. They would not get me the Hammer pants. But my cousin had the Hammer pants. I used to borrow his pants.
I had on fucking penny loafers because we was always got there at the Kingdom Hall and shit. So I had penny loafers on. I had the penny loafers on with the socks. I had a fake ass fade with a fake Jordan in it. I tried to cut a Jordan in my head. That shit was fucked up. That's why, hey, look, that's why I'm bald now. Yeah, hey, look, I fucked up and used the clippers the wrong way. You understand me? My father came home and was like, "Oh nigga, you gonna deal with that? Oh nigga, that's on you."
Bruh, come on.
Oh motherfucker, that's on you, nigga.
Oh my god.
I really did. I tried to cut a Jordan in the front of my fucking head because I wasn't, it's crazy because I was not allowed to have parts or none of that shit, right? So he gave me the bullshit, like weird bowl cutting shit. Like we went to this Filipino dude up in Oxon Hill, right? So we went to this Filipino dude and he faded me slightly, but he couldn't get the fade just right. It was just weird. It was just Asian cut, right? And fucking around, I went home and I was home from school. I was watching DuckTales and shit. And I fucked around and cut the motherfucking cut. I was like, fuck this. I'm gonna take these clippers. I'm gonna do my thing. And that joint looked like, it looked like I got set on fire. And you know how California got forest fires? That's what the fuck it looked like in my scalp. It was fucked up. I just basically had a bald spot. It was fucked up. I still went out that bitch and did my shit though. Fat boy attack.
Hey, question. Did you ever have a jerry curl back in the day?
No, sir. I was not allowed to have jerry curls. I was raised over witness, bro. Hey, look, all I had was all natural. It was only froze and light skin, my man. If I could grow big, yeah, buddy. Like just for me to get a fade was a process, my man.
I wasn't even raised Jehovah's Witness, and we couldn't do certain was it 5 baptized in holiness? Yeah.
Nah, we didn't do that. I'm sorry. I tried to agree with you.
They kind of close to. They're kind of close to that. They're very, very old school. We could not wear sandals. We had to wear.
Couldn't wear sandals.
Couldn't get the ears pierced. Couldn't do nothing.
What's wrong with sandals?
Toes are sexual.
Your toes were not. Everything was sexual. Don't come in there with
was sexual.
Don't
see the pretty toe. I want
no. I mean, but damn. But no, like so, like when you
toes, hell no.
Toes and feet can be pretty, but like but feet never said, "Oh, I gotta get them draws."
That's temptation.
Let's be honest.
Let that skirt be higher than the 3/4.
Right,
you getting rebuked and you getting that scarf over them knees and can't nobody see them, but you still. I'm telling you, I was in full suit all the time.
You look like. And this is no like hatred towards anybody of any ethnicity, but the Hispanic women that be cleaning, like at my job, they wear the skirts all the way down to the flip flops. Like you barely see their feet.
Or
like,
the tennis shoes.
Yeah, like real talk, bro. Like I don't know, but I think they were on to something because, bro, you know how many people got foot fetishes out this bitch? Have you not looked at Pornhub, bro? Like you don't surf.
No.
You've never gone down a rabbit hole of.
There's a market for everything, to be honest. But anyways.
Yeah.
That's probably why I'm so wild now, because I can do nothing.
You was constricted.
I used to stay messing up my clothes just because I didn't want to wear dresses. I just wanted to go play. And my mother, we would have the little pretty frilly dresses with the socks and the dress shoes and the little purse and the little head, little dress. Man, me and my sister would go outside and slide down the hill on purpose because we wanted to play.
You can play, but that pussy gotta stay in. That's what they were saying and shit. They were saying the clinical. No, your vagina. Your vagina. See how weird that sounds?
Stays locked up. We grown now. There's a difference. And we're not in the office.
That sounds like somebody in a white van stalking you. Hey, little lady. Let me see your vagina. Where you at? They talk with their teeth, no tongue. Hello. How are you doing? Like that's bullshit. Yeah, like no.
My penis. Oh my god.
Yeah, like come over here and touch this penis. What? And they talk with all teeth. Any male talks with all teeth. God damn, yeah. But listen, so we gotta move on, yeah. We gotta keep it moving. We gotta keep it moving. So we gotta do something dope because everybody out here has been paying attention to the news and all the crazy things that has been going on in the media and the shutdowns and the letdowns.
Yes, girl, you had the hat and the purse too. Did you have a hat and the purse too with the matching socks?
Christ.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ. Women are always uniting like Voltron. Okay. this is key that they love one another. This is the young. Women are always trying to like touch each other's nipples like through the air. It's the weirdest combination of
I never heard that. I never heard that expression.
You know how E.T. reached out? I know you seen E.T. and he reached out with that long. You know how E.T. reached out with that long ass finger? And he was just like, yeah.
Well, yeah, the finger lit up though.
That's what women do to each other. They be over the head like this, like. So anyway, so hey, look. So on a great positive note, I don't know what you guys think about this, but we do have to talk about this. AMC Theaters. Okay, I don't know if this is truly nationwide and or just in certain cities, but they are actually renting out the whole theater for $99 up to 20 people.
And I can actually answer that question because I actually went on the website and made so because I'm actually thinking about doing it. Maybe well, my girl wants to, but anyways, I went in there and because you got to fill out like this little form they got on their website with your email and all this stuff, and there's a drop down that has literally the location. You got to put you got to put your state. And then it has the drop down has like all the AMC locations. And I'm thinking it's every AMC because the AMCs that are near to me, like in the Waldorf area and all that stuff, they're on there. So we can we can rent one out next week if we wanted to. And just we can do the next show in the theater. You know? So yeah, but from what I know is from what I see, it's all AMCs. It's not select, and it's a select number of films because right now they have like Halloween themed films. They have Hocus Pocus, they got The Conjuring, and like a few other type things. It's like nothing that's recent because, granted, to be honest, directors aren't really sending their movies to the box office right now, which is why they're taking such a hit right now. Right now, Coming to America 2 just signed like a streaming deal with I think Netflix, one of them. You know, everybody hitting up all these streaming sites and getting bread over there. So the box office
that's why really they're doing this $99 deal because they lose straight up so much money and
they hit for bread.
So they might possibly have to close. So they're trying to get some form of revenue. You know?
Straight up, so they can keep them doors open because there's no telling how long this pandemic is really going to last. People want to say that we're on the tail end, or granted, they say that to me to make it so to keep them in high spirits. But to be honest, we don't know how long this is going to last. We're still in the middle of this crap. So therefore, places like the theaters are taking such a huge hit. They've resorted to, hey, rent out this whole situation right here for yourself. And we'll even start at a C note for you.
I mean, so let's be real. Let's be real. You can only feel so bad for them. You dig what I'm saying? And just hear me out. Only because technology changes. We see that there's multiple movie platforms popping up. You got Netflix, you got Amazon, you got Disney Plus. Eventually, movie theaters are going to fade away anyway.
Eventually.
So I kind of feel like they just sped up the process just a little bit more. I mean,
so you think they're going to disappear like driving?
Yeah. See, what's going to happen is they're going to find a way to release brand new movies digitally. You feel me? Just like they do in the box offices. So they got to figure out, if I release this movie to one household, 8 people can sit there and watch this movie for this price. So of course they're going to overprice it, but you know what I'm saying? Or they're just going to send it straight to a specific streaming service. Big deal. You feel me? The age is going to be all about exclusive deals from here on out. Either you're definitely go Netflix or you're going to go Amazon Prime. Like that's where it is. And unfortunately, the movie industry, the theater industry couldn't keep up. Now it's going to fuck up society because, you know, everybody took their first date was always to the fucking movie theater.
Mine was
blue balls. I called blue balls at Rivertown.
I even remember. Yeah. I still remember the movie I went to on my first date. Then it was the Casino Royale joint, the James Bond joint.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, that was in high school, 14 years old.
Blade.
Oh, snap, Blade.
What the fuck? I was on that joke taking women to see Malcolm X. I was fucking
I wasn't allowed to go nowhere.
What in the fuck, yeah? I got jerked off to Malcolm X. I got jerked off to Malcolm X through the popcorn box.
Is that why you so militant?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
like
right.
those were my movies, bro. Like the weirdest,
I
craziest
wasn't
movies.
allowed. My first time being able to go on a date, that was the movie. I wasn't allowed to go anywhere. And the only reason why I was allowed to go that particular time is because my sister went. We were taking the siblings.
Oh wow! But like for real, and AMC has showed a glimpse of conforming to digital streaming, because once this whole shutdown first happened, they were debuting films digitally, but the price of it was the cost of like a movie ticket. You know, it was like you had to pay $25 some odd dollars, if just let's just say $25 for that. I don't know if you could replay it or not. That I don't know, but they haven't fully conformed over. But all I know is
they probably did like a 25 one-day rental type shit,
something like that, probably. But all that to say this, just like you were reiterating, right? Technology is changing. It's now to the stage now where filmmakers are getting box office numbers is not where the automatic credibility is anymore. It's not, because you got A-list celebrities. You got A-list celebrities doing movies and series that are exclusively Netflix, exclusively Hulu. Even
I think that.
Go ahead.
I think that the point that you might be working towards and everything that you're saying, and like Rock is saying, is that AMC fell behind the times.
Correct.
See, they were working on nostalgia. They were working on the whole nostalgic feeling of going to a movie theater with your girl or the family, whatever. And then all of a sudden they're in a bind. So they're in competition with a juggernaut, aka Netflix, HBO. I mean, you got so many people that have already been streaming things, period. You dig? And so now they have to battle for supremacy along with them. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, this is a big deal for them. Like, this is sink or swim. And that $99, the rent out for 20 people, bro, because you advertise where the fuck we live at, thank you, sir. We will never see the light of day. I don't know how the fuck we gonna get in there. We're gonna be on a waiting list for 5 years, bro. Like, I still will give them the money twice a week.
I ain't gonna hold you, because they're gonna be booked up for a long time because I said that. Yeah, never mind.
But it's dope. And you know what I was gonna say was it is the nostalgia, it's the feeling of going to the theater and laughing with a group of people and spending $50 million at the concession stand, but also this is literally social distancing.
And like for real, and once movie theaters do slow, because there's like it's sped up the process to where they're slowly going to become obsolete at some point. Still, we can all probably agree nothing beats that being one of the go-to things of just getting out the house, the experience of just being in that theater, just all that. It's like it's all of that. You know, it's an experience. It's an experience. The last movie I want to say I think I seen in the theater was Endgame. You know, and that's a different feeling in the theater than just watching it at home. It's different.
I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. Time is gonna go backwards, and guess what? We're gonna go back to drive-through movies.
Oh, they already
have.
They
have it at RFK. They have it in B-more. They've been had it in B-more.
Wait a minute. Breaking news, because yes, I am watching the football game.
You don't care.
I don't know. Do you guys remember Borat, the movie?
Yeah, Borat.
Yeah, Mayor Giuliani.
Yeah, so how about they're coming out with another one, the Amazon original film?
Oh, God.
See what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, and granted, like I said, Eddie freaking Murphy is releasing probably one of the most anticipated sequels within the last year or so, Coming to America 2 on Netflix.
Hey, let's be real. I'm gonna be mad as shit if that jump sucks.
It's only for 125 million too. That's what's crazy. But can I say something, y'all? Because I had to. I listened to you guys, and y'all are fairly young. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are fairly young, but that's not the reason why you go to a theater. You know what I'm saying? To just enjoy a movie, because
I think
at a certain age, you go to bed, you go to sleep. Okay, you go there for the dark corners, cockroaches.
I knew where he's
spilled
going.
popcorn and sexual activity.
The nostalgia.
But the nostalgia,
it's the full experience.
But think about it. Guess how much more easier that's going to be when you rent that joint out for yourself and your lady.
So what you saying?
Yeah, no random hand jobs.
Sure. And I'm saying, and that's the main thing in general. We can broaden this out. In general, what franchises and corporations and businesses, some of them fail to do in situations such as this pandemic is have a plan of adaptation. If you take an industry such as what's the name of it? I guess it's commercial real estate, you know, where they buy up all those big buildings and businesses and corporations, rent out their home offices and so on and so forth. Big money, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pandemic hit. Now they don't go to the office. They have all these Zoom meetings. They do everything remotely. They are taking a big hit after they invested all this money in these leased skyscrapers and leased buildings that they lease out to corporations that are not being used right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a lot of corporations have a failure of adaptation, and that's what's really hurting a lot of businesses right now.
Man, hey, look, so we not going. What you saying, Rob?
Well,
no,
I mean,
I'm
sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, because I know we were going to another topic.
Oh yeah, that's a definite.
And I was just kind of thinking about some silly shit because I was looking at the list. And, I was trying to figure out when the fuck do police officers find time to beat the shit out of and kill porcupines?
Oh my god!
Because I'm
why
a busy
would
man.
you even do that? Like,
but no. That ain't even my question. My question is, how did those porcupine get immediate justice? Man, no questions asked.
Please preach, sir, preach. I digress. I'm done.
We got to march and bust shit up. Some people do, and all that stuff. 2 stray animals get busted up. Justice is served within that week. I have questions that need answering, folks. We want answers.
With a drum, Jay.
Hey, can I get a witness?
To the back.
These motherfucking porcupines wear their weapons on their back. It is part of their skin, their natural bed.
They're armed and dangerous.
I would shoot them motherfuckers in the face. And hey, look, and this is not against the ASPCA or none of that. I do not abuse animals. This is not the viewpoints of the No Filter Show or any platform that we're on. But this is just all jokes.
This guy,
Slim. I would beat the shit out of a porcupine too. Have you ever had a quill put in your ass, bro? Like,
that's why I'm wondering how many did they get? Like, what the hell?
And granted, when those quills stick you, they slowly make their way in there further. The longer you keep them in there.
You want to know something? AI, you very nice, man. Fuck them animal people. If an animal is attacking me, they gonna catch these hands. Fuck that.
Hey, listen. So let's go ahead and talk about our craziest run-ins with animals. Okay, anything that makes you scared and or that you've dealt with. We'll start with Quick, because Quick. Yeah, there you go.
I will say this. Firstly, I already knew I will volunteer for this one. Shit, fuck you, me. Anyways, ironically, I was leaving one night. I was leaving the studio. You know, I had pulled an all-nighter in the lab. I was recording. I was in there. I didn't sleep, of course, but I was in there till about 6 in the morning, 5, 6 in the morning or so. It's still dark outside, but it's still somewhat dark outside. But the sun is slowly coming. This when the sky is still dark, but a lighter blue because it's about to be sunrise. I'm coming out.
Dancing with the devil in the pale moonlight.
All right, for lack of better description. So yeah, dawn. Thank you, dawn. So I'm going outside. I lock up, so on and so forth. I turn around and I thought it was Jeepers Creepers or something. The biggest thing I've ever seen just flew right in front of me, like this, wingspan like the size of my body, and just landed right there. When I say my soul jumped out my body, it was an owl, by the way. It was a big ass owl who jumped out of the tree that was right above my studio and flew on the side. So I saw how big it really was. And bruh, when I say that thing scared the living shit out of me. and I let off, and I ain't have a weapon. I let off a fucking like whoa! I couldn't even scream, bruh. That shit scared me. I was frozen. And then when it landed, it was like literally 6 feet in front of me. Now, granted,
you did what? You let off a what?
I tried, you know how you try to let off a you know how you try to like react but nothing come out. You try to say something but no. All I did was make the face expression. I was like, and I just stayed still. It was just the face because no words, no sound came out because I didn't know what the fuck that was. I thought it was Jeepers Creepers, but this is the fucked up thing. This is the fucked up thing. And the thing is, I love owls, but it's just the fact that it just jumped out of nowhere and scared the shit out of me, and I didn't know what it was until the process. But the thing is, when it landed in front of me and I realized what it was, I calmed down. But this is the most somewhat. The crazy part about it is, it turned his head all around. It was facing the other way, but it turned his head all around and looked at me like, "Fuck you want?" Like this was his yard. Like what the fuck?
No, that nigga. You jump out at me, you catching these hands.
Bruh, I had to process what it was first. I didn't know what it was. But all I know is when it flew down to the side, it looked big. The wingspan was because like an owl, like the size of it has at least a 4 foot to 5 foot 5 foot wingspan at the least.
No, sir. Bigger than that.
Well, there you go. Bigger than
6 foot.
And granted, I'm
they're pretty creepy, bro.
There you go. I'm 6 feet myself. So the thing, long story short, was as big or bigger than me, full wingspan out. So it scared the shit out of me. And I just was watching Jeepers Creepers 3 because the third one came out. I'm like, I was all fucked up. Like when I saw that, the worst timing to see some shit like that. So yeah, an owl scared the shit out of me in the like where I'm already tired. Now, granted, it woke me the fuck up, so I didn't sleep that whole. I already pulled it all night. I didn't sleep for like 24 hours because that shit kept me the fuck awake. I was tired, but it woke me the fuck up. I'm like, shit, I ain't sleeping today.
You know who I'm really waiting to hear from? Now I already know because we got a real maintenance man in the house. You hear me? So I know he done seen some shit. You hear me? He probably done say, "Hey, look, I don't even think it's animals. He probably done seen more homeless shit than anybody else in this world. You ever seen a human shit in a random place? Like that's the scariest shit ever."
Look, I've seen homeless people in vacants. My scariest is you said animals in that work. We going in to do preventive maintenance. You know, we knock on the door.
You're muted.
How did you know I was talking? You seen my little shit movie, didn't you?
No, I just saw you stop talking.
No. Yeah.
I mean, I
heard
heard
was talking and then it stopped. And the little microphone came up with the cross on it.
Hey, so you know what I'm saying? I'm walking in an apartment doing preventive maintenance, knocked on the door, did my little maintenance shit. You dig what I'm saying? Screaming. Quiet, nobody in there. Okay, cool. I walk past the door and it's this big ass fucking Rottweiler just laying there. The nigga waits until I walk past the door and charges me, teeth out. I'm backpedaling, kicking, smacking this nigga with a fucking clipboard, trying to get out the apartment. My coworker, he a little Filipino dude, so calm, reminds me of Mr. Miyagi, real talk. He's all calm, standing there. The dog walks around him, growling, smelling him, and he's standing still like a statue. I'm like, dog, go in the bathroom. He's like, no, I must stand still. So I'm like, okay. My coworker go get a fucking piece of cookie out of her fucking car. We throw the junk over the dog head. The dog goes for the cookie. He runs out the apartment. Long story short, I almost got my ass bit up by a fucking route.
Ooh, boy.
Now look, This shit crazy, right? So look, Zena, she replied. She was like, an opossum came up on her porch, and she hissed. She said, I hissed, stomped, and snarled and meowed at the damn thing. Have you ever had to do that, Rock? Have you ever like reacted how they give you the smoke? Like, have you ever bit a dog on the ear or the tail or something?
That joke should have been quicker than her.
Being a country boy, I've always seen deer. And it's kind of crazy. It's like, you know, some of these deers is straight gangster. You can stomp your feet and they just gonna stop and look at you like, nigga, what? You know, like, especially them bucks during mating season, bro. They don't play no games, bro. They do not play no games, bro. They will charge you. Did y'all see animals attack when the Jones two-piece the hunter? When the Jones gave it the
that was the mama though. The bucks be gone. They fucking roll, bro. They are baby daddies to the core. Them niggas owe child support for days. That's why we kill their ass every breath. We get their ass up out of there. You know, that nigga owe you well. Okay, all right, back.
Wow.
Now, Miss Phoenix.
I've had
going on?
Few occasions. I'm gonna tell you one from when I was younger. Okay, we was down South Carolina, Saluda, South Carolina. And of course I used to climb trees and roll in grass and do all that good stuff. So one day my cousins and I in the trees, climbing trees. I go at the top as high as I can go, come on down, jump out the tree. All I know, everybody's like, Weezy, what's on your arm? I was like, what? It's like, what's on your arm? I was like, what's on my arm? Oh my God, they're like, it's on your arm. So I turn around and I see this big ass green thing crawling up my arm. And all I know, I screamed and I took off running to the house. And so I'm like, Mommy, please help me. And she thought I broke my arm because the way I was carrying my arm, it was like this. And so when I finally calmed down, it took me like 10 minutes to explain what's going on. I'm just screaming and hollering, and this steady crawling on my arm. And so finally she's like, what is the matter? And I turned around. She said, girl, it's a fucking worm. It was one of them green. It was thick and juicy. It was a big ass green worm from out the tree.
What was it, like a caterpillar or something?
Inch crawler.
Yeah,
it's called an inch crawler.
It was huge though. And so I screamed my heart out and she took it and threw it out the house and she was like, girl, I'm gonna slap the shit out you. Go back up.
Yo, Weezy, how would you down in the South, they got I wonder how would you react if one of those moths from down South landed, because they got moths on down there the size of pigeons. Like if a moth just landed
that didn't bother me. I'm okay with stuff like that, but that just, it was on me. I don't know what, I forgot how old I was. Oh no, I seen that on the screen. It was on my arm. It was moving. It was big, and I took off. And my mother will not let me forget. She forget everything else, but she remember my ass hysterically running around, my arm bent back like it was broke, screaming off the damn what's called. The other thing was I was pregnant with my 5th child, and a snake got in my house.
Oh shit!
Oh damn!
Actually, 2 got into my apartment, and I was asleep, and everybody started screaming and woke me up out of my sleep. Matter of fact, they ran and jumped on the bed. Thankfully, they didn't jump on me. And it was a black snake. I probably was a rat snake or whatever. But it was. We didn't sleep that night.
So I have some things that I have to go through because I might be the Hannibal Lecter of this whole conversation.
Okay.
I'm actually going to need you quick. I'm really going to need your abilities and your capabilities, and I want you to listen deeply. Okay.
I got you.
So my thing growing up was I killed all them shits. Everything that y'all fed, I would set the motherfucking caterpillars on fire and shit. I was a pyromaniac. I was fucking crazy. I never really had a run-in with anything too dangerous. You know? Like I was always like, I'm gonna fuck some shit up. I was just tormenting kids. I was like Elmira, but the male version that had gasoline.
Not Elmira.
Like
Elmira,
I was horrible.
Loved the babies.
Yeah, all right. She loved me to death. To death. And I would set shit on fire. And I've never honestly had a bad run-in with most animals.
Wow.
Well,
I like to kill them. I wanted to kill them. And
that could be a multitude. Well, that could be a multitude of things. You could have just had an early rebellious stage, or like, I don't know. Because like, granted, I would have to kind of know where you were at that point in your life to really kind of develop, you know, kind of an opinion of some sort or speculate anything.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna have to go on a sidebar now on that note.
We
but
probably
everybody
will.
out there, just know ASPCA and all these weird people, the tree huggers, all that stuff that's out here. Listen, these views are only mine and mine only.
And it is past the statute of limitations.
Well,
I eat most of the shit y'all fear. I will eat the shit out of them.
Like, this is the thing.
Raccoons.
Well, no, we did that too because my grandfather used to take me hunting with him. He brought back rabbits.
I had a
You know what? I take it back. I had a scary moment. This is gonna be crazy, but I want y'all to understand this. Okay. All right. So I was 26 at the time, and I finally took over my first business. Right. So the business was I had to haul construction debris. Okay. So I would get up there early because I had a small tractor. Right. So I had a small truck. I went in the back because I had to shit so bad. Right. So I had to shit really fucking bad in the back of the trailer. Right. That was the only place to shit. Right. As I'm pulling my underwear down, there's a big ass rat just waiting there for me. I had to take a broom and try to beat the shit out of it. That motherfucker, I'm chasing around. This motherfucker trying to hold my turds in, bruh. That was scary because I didn't want to shit myself. It almost happened, bro. But I tried. That motherfucker jumped up out that jank. You hear me?
Man.
Yeah.
See,
I got some crazy ass stories.
Rats always win.
They so athletic. Have you really seen them leap?
Bro, I have another question for you. There's something else we got to sidebar and dive into. Why does every story you tell involve shit in some way?
Bro,
I knew that was coming.
I have a healthy gut biome, yeah. For all the nerds that's out there and everybody that watches Joe Rogan and shit, shout out to Joe Rogan. I have a healthy gut biome. Okay, I have a timer. I have a circadian rhythm on my ass. Okay, I know exactly what time it's gonna happen. When it's gonna happen.
I'm just saying, a lot of prominent moments in your life involve fecal matter. I'm just saying.
Around his clock.
I'm not a fecal maniac. Okay, I'm not that. Disclaimer: I'm not a fecal maniac, but for some reason, my light-skinned ass has doggy guts. I don't know. Like I digest food really quickly, and it happens.
And the thing is, the funny thing about my story is, I think owls are beautiful animals, but when you sneak up on me like that, as big as a damn bird you are, with big ass talons the size of my damn hand, after I just got done watching Jeepers Creepers 3,
yeah,
don't do that. Nature, stop,
bro. You can't even hear an owl. They are.
No, that's the thing. Selfish. I didn't even hear him. I didn't even hear it take off from. That's how it creeps up on its prey. I didn't even hear it take off from the tree. It just out of nowhere. It just happened.
He's about to get your ass.
Until he realized, he too damn big. Fuck this shit.
Yeah, I really adore all avians. I love bats because they are pest control. I find that I love bats too. Yeah, one of the things that we don't do as human beings is that we don't recognize everybody, every being, every being's purpose on this planet. You dig what I'm saying? So we rely on like fear. You know what I'm saying? But most of the shit that I've run into, like even when I was in the military with rattlesnakes and stuff, they run before they even strike.
Yeah, they will not strike first. Have y'all ever seen a crane in person?
Listen to AI sounding all nice. We got to show love to all the animals. I bet you was the one taking one for the team. You went for all the ugly girls, didn't you? The smooth face and the strap.
You motherfucker, you. Hey, listen, let me tell you something. If you can't find a beauty in everything, motherfucker, you dead anyway. Goddamn it. You better find a beauty in everything.
Some shit just ugly, bro. Some shit you just got.
You are not right.
Shit ain't right.
You know what? You know what I find? Hey, look, hey, quick. I know you agree. And I know that the Phoenix will agree. The only thing that's ugly is the colors on the fucking Philadelphia Eagles. Who in the fuck
I wouldn't say. Well, no, I know something.
Dookie green.
No.
Let's go back to shit. It's Dookie green, K Quick.
I actually know something. I actually know. Well, no, that's diarrhea shit. But I actually know something. Uglier though. Yeah, I actually got to correct you. There's something uglier than them.
What's that?
The colors on a Dallas jersey.
Oh yeah, that's definitely shit. Disgusting. A Cowboy jersey, disgusting.
I got one better for all of you. How about Cardi B's nipples.
I didn't think that
How
was.
about the color on them son of a bitches there?
What was wrong?
She has had too many breast implants, and of course, everybody out there knows. I mean, we're a little late to the subject because we are on a Thursday night, but she definitely had the ashy areolas, man, and she has been stretched apart so much with the silicone, it looks painful. You dig what I'm saying?
I thought that was because of childbirth and stuff.
Well,
No,
your
sir.
areola, your areola can get bigger when your breasts get bigger. I have had 5 children. I've breastfed all 5. I am not a skinny girl. I am thick. Therefore, my areolas are not small.
So you mean to tell me you got areolas that look like dinner plates?
Plead the fifth. Shut the fuck up and plead the fifth.
She's debating on whether to answer that or not.
She really wants to.
I'm sitting imagining in my mind like,
you gonna have some stalkers like shit. Shut the fuck up.
That was a trick question, Weezy. Be careful.
I have 5 children and I breastfed all of them. That's all.
That was it, and that's the answer.
But look, valid point. Zena, of course, she chimed in. She was like, "Nah, not childbirth, but with breastfeeding, yeah, it will expand the areolas." But
okay,
we have to think about nobody on here has had silicone breast augmentation. Small boobs.
Leave me alone, Zena. I'm doing this for
and
research.
You know, when they do okay, so when they do breast lifts and when they do augmentations, what they do is they start underneath the stomach, they go up and make a keyhole, and then they lift the breast up. So sometimes they may cut around the areola to make it a little bit smaller. Sometimes the pull might stretch it out.
So they reform it basically.
They make a keyhole so that your boobs are lifted up and your nipples are centered. You know what I'm saying?
Well, she never had saggy boobs. She really wasn't. If you can go on any porn site and you can watch her as a stripper, she really was a small-breasted woman for most of her lifetime.
But even still, when they put it in there, they do. If it's not centered, they will center it because they want it perfect. You know what I'm saying? So.
Did you see her areolas? Did you see the titty shot?
No, I did not.
Then you are null and void when it comes to this conversation.
I'm not null and void,
we'll take over.
Well, like, and by the way, and just so they know how we even got on, how this whole conversation came about, just for the folks who aren't informed, what had happened was Cardi B accidentally uploaded a topless picture of herself to her Instagram. And based
like
on what
Giuliani.
But based on what she said when it was posting, she cut her phone off thinking that that would prevent it from loading. But which apparently is not true. So by accident she uploaded a nude.
But what she said was she was trying to send Offset a picture of a bruise on her neck, which I'm trying to figure out if it's on her neck while she got her boobs up. But she was trying to send Offset a picture and it accidentally uploaded up there, and that's what she said.
Yeah, whatever, folks. Whatever.
Offset was.
That's the woman's story. So you don't. So why can't you just take it for word as bond? She says she accidentally uploaded it.
Talking about why would she be sending it when at first she said she was laying in the bed when she leaked it on accident?
Yeah, she took a picture to send to Offset.
But he was.
I didn't hear to send the Offset part, but it
was in the article I read.
But hold on, why would she send it to him if he could just roll over and be like, "Look, let me see it"?
How you know he was there?
Because she said initially at first that they was in the bed.
Oh, okay, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, all I know is the only what I heard was what she went live on Instagram. That's when I actually heard the little clip of her speaking on it, and that's how I knew it was an accidental upload and what she did to try to prevent it, which didn't work. But
okay, so did y'all hear what she told a troll on her thing?
I did not.
She said, did I write it down? She told the troll, because the troll said, "Why your areola so big?"
What? There had to be a female troll because
it was a dude.
All right, then I question that's sus because I wouldn't be. Why is he bothered by that?
I don't know. And so she said, because I breastfed a baby for 3 months, titties got bigger, so nipples got bigger. It's okay. Let me know if your daddy want to get breastfed.
Oh shit.
Yeah. That was her response.
Speaking of breastfeeding, Nicki Minaj just welcomed her baby boy.
Yes, she did.
Congratulations.
Salute,
Congratulations.
She did.
Congratulations,
No
Nikki.
name has been out yet, but yeah.
The one thing that I'm going to look up, is all these women with these breast and butt augmentations and or all this silicone is in them. How do they or can they still breastfeed even though they have those? Is there any facts on that? Maybe I need to look that up.
That's a good question. I never like that. That question has ran across my head, but I just never did the research to find out the answer.
I have a real question. It might sound real asshole-ish. Can I ask my question?
Of course
No.
you can.
Thank you.
No, yeah, her face. All right, go ahead.
So are these butt implants and breast implants biodegradable?
To a certain extent, they are. To a certain extent, they are. Now that I do know.
Yeah, they stopped making certain things because it caused issues within your body. So
because the body is constantly. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Because I think
I love a titty. I love titties. And look, so from what I've seen on Botched or whatever, all that shit, like a lot of those are saline based now instead of silicone based, and then a lot of women.
Some of them leak.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just a normal saline solution. So when they do rupture, it doesn't kill them like it used to back in the Dolly Parton era. You know what I'm saying? Like all those. Yeah.
And then I have one more question. So, when a woman gets older, things tend to, sag a little bit. It ain't as perky as it used to be. Does it look like, does it look like a wet pamper after a while? Don't you know how
I will say this because I actually watched that periodically I watch Bosch too when I have nothing else and it happens to be on. It's interesting.
Of course.
But one thing that does happen over time is that there's an effect they call it the ripple effect. Like when the implants aren't full with the saline, like when they run their fingers across, it looks like a bag. It looks like a little like a ripple there because the bags aren't full like that anymore. So that happens over time, but that also may be the older implants. I don't know if I'm pretty sure because there's another type that I've seen where it's not so much like a bag of saline. They describe it as like being like almost a gummy bear feel type of thing.
That's the real feel now.
Yeah, it's a real feel. It looks, and those are the ones that look more natural because at first, it looked like they were just little balls on the chest.
Wait a minute. Did you say like a gummy bear feel?
That's how how the doctor described it. Like if they cut it because like they should go.
Interested in the gummy bears.
But no, like the way they did it, because when you stupid. All right, so it's like when they on the show. I know you do. It's like on the show when they were presenting it to the woman. They brought in a fake one, and they brought in like one, and then they brought one that was like cut in half. So it's like literally looks like a clear gummy bear in a sense, and it's more natural look. Yeah, and it's more natural looking and feeling and so on and so forth. And when they were done, they looked like natural, boobs. They look natural, it's as opposed to how. The fake ones look like they just put like two little beach balls or whatever on their chest and look just obviously fake. But hers, that particular episode, they looked very real. They look very natural, So it's like through time they got more and more. The technology for it is getting more and more advanced.
So I'm a little intrigued as to what Mr. Mo was going to say.
Yes. Breast implants do feel like gummy bears. They're pretty cool. Hey, look, and she did have the keyhole cut. She had a actual lift, and they felt pretty decent.
Implant.
Yeah, they felt pretty decent. But on the facts, I am on a website right now, and yes, women are able to breastfeed with implants. It depends on how much of the the nipple or the nerves in the nipple are able to reconnect or whatever. And I guess that's the reason why a lot of the doctors actually go behind the chest wall, the musculature, other than actually going into the actual breast itself. Yeah, the breast tissue. Thank you. Thank you for the correction. But yeah, they say that it's actually possible. So yeah.
And the reason why, because you can lose feeling in your nipples, which is why I will not get a lift, because I don't want to lose feeling in my nipple. It's a possibility your nipples can fall off.
What?
Your nipples are detachable after that?
Let me tell you something.
Oh, you just scared the shit out of me.
I breastfed, and my children almost bit my nipple off. Okay, they can come off.
Hey, I would.
Yeah. Well, if you bite them hard enough, of course.
Yeah, but with surgery, because it can, if the nerves don't come out, if the nerves don't reconnect, it can die. You know, or the blood vessels don't reconnect, it can die. So it can.
Then you need to get your money back. There's a way you can get they growing ears on the back of mics. You can get your nipple back.
Hey, hold on. All right, so look, I have a question.
We're not starfish.
I have a question. Can we move on? Because you just really scared me when you said that. Could you imagine a
but you know, with surgery and advanced technology, they figure out ways to do it. You know, it gets a little bit better. As AI said, they put things behind the chest wall, breast wall, instead of in the actual breast. You know, take the tissue out, so it makes it a little bit better. But there are still those possible complications, and I refuse to be in that percentage that would lose the nipples. I'm sorry.
And Rock, can you put up, if you can find it? Zena put up a comment on like breasts a while ago. Can you find
telling the ladies about
Yeah.
The titties are way more beautiful, saggy, and hanging than feeling like a gummy bear. And that is the God honest truth. That is.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
That's the fucking truth.
I agree with that.
I love it. I look at porn a lot, and my favorite titties are natural titties. I love natural titties. So
facts.
I don't like stiff titties that don't move. They just sit there.
Right. They need to be. Yeah. I need motion. It needs to. Yeah.
Those look like if you throw them in the water, they're gonna float to the top like shit.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so.
Float naturally anyway.
Yeah.
Did you not know that?
Yeah.
Did you get in the pool?
But yet and still, so many beautiful black sisters are drowning left and right. God, I don't get it.
Because they have your shit.
But I saw one video of this woman jumped in and she was floating too, but she was floating ass first. Like all you saw was the ass popping out the water, and she had to swim. The other half had to swim back up.
Well, we got a difference now because everybody getting the fat transfer, so they got fat in their butt. So yeah, that joint is it is what it is. Zena says, "Can you get your nipple back?"
You can get your nipple back.
You can. There's a way,
because they doesn't necessarily go away. Breastfeeding, they had halfway up. My nipple was halfway off, y'all, and I still had to feed this baby. Okay.
Look, let me ask you a question.
Jesus Christ!
It does.
Shut up, bitch. We're not gonna keep talking about halfway off. That's what I was saying.
Yo, I'm telling you, y'all, my child, I love my children. That's all I'm saying.
So let me ask you this: if your mate's nipple fall off,
oh God,
how
I don't want to talk. Listen, I don't want to ask this.
Attach it. Like, how much would that affect you?
I don't want to answer this.
I can't answer that because there are too many women that suffer from breast cancer.
I don't want to answer.
I might love, you know,
it's breast cancer awareness month too. You know.
Yeah, but what I was going to say is, yes, the nipple may leave, but you still have the skin underneath, so they still have sensation there. Lick it.
So and speaking of breasts, and since we're doing that, I just also want to give a shout out. While it's in my mind, I do want to give a shout out to stupid. But I do want to give a shout out to all the queens out there who are battling breast cancer. I want to give a shout out to all the survivors of it. Just know our prayers and support is with you always. Much love. Shout out to matter of fact, a loyal viewer and supporter of ours, Miss Nikki, is currently in a battle. Much love to you, Queen, and all that. You already know it's all love over here.
That men battle breast cancer too.
Indeed. So shout out to
Very
all the
much
fellas
so.
shout out to all the fellas
Very
who
much
battled it too. You know, love and
That's
power
crazy.
to all of you all.
Yeah, because you have breast tissue. You may not have breasts like we do, but you have a chest and it's tissue there.
All right,
It's a
so
possibility.
all right, speaking of that, I have a question. Like, you know, I can't speak for all, but you know what I'm saying? Like some men don't have feelings in their nipples. So what is the point of a man having a nipple? We don't feed. Is it there for
y'all nipples
is it decoration?
Y'all
Decoration, I guess. That's stupid.
No, y'all
it is
nipples
stupid.
are for us. Thank you. Your nipples.
What do y'all want with them?
They like this. They like to suck on nipples too, bro.
That shit is weird.
That's the only time.
It's like
That's the only time. Hold on. That's the only time you get to feel like Missy Elliott and Queen Latifah, bro. Hey, yeah, shut the fuck up and enjoy it, bro. You get to know what it's like.
I'm gonna tell you.
No.
Let her do it. Let her do it.
No. I'm gonna tell you right now. If it's with,
she's not gonna suck on you like you would suck on her. But let her do it.
No, that shit feel weird. That shit feel weird.
Don't
tell me shut up, damn it. I know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Goddamn it, I'm trying to give you
that kind of motherfucking help.
You need that experience. Let her do it.
Fuck out of here. Anyways,
man, who in the fuck in here got numb nipples? Okay, I already told y'all the story of how the fuck I was on the boogie board. There's no fucking way. Nipples hurt. All men's nipples are sensitive, bro. If you've never been suckled from, if you've never been bitten by a child, nigga, you got some sensitive nipples, nigga. You need to use more lotion. That's the problem. We too ashy. We got all this shit over top of our
shea butter. You need cocoa butter. We got some thick sauce.
Yeah, we got crust on our nipples, man. Y'all got to be soldiers, man. You got to lubricate your nipples, man.
Wait a minute. So
lubricate
crust, bro. Crust. If anybody in this radio land is listening, if you have crust on your nipples, there is a problem.
Big ass problem, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like
you might need to get. I personally think you need to get that checked.
Yeah.
You know.
Hey, listen. Let me tell y'all something, man. There is no such thing as a man that doesn't have sensitivity to his nipples, because majority of the time when we're growing up, we don't even get them touched anyway. So it's always that little minute, that crazy feeling that you get random.
So yeah,
like, did she just lick that motherfucker? Did she just suck my titty?
No, what makes you think? Yo, personally, what makes you think she has it?
I know. You just say
I don't like it is. So
okay, so I'm trying to tell you what to do. I'm trying to tell you what to do because you need. You need to lay down and you need to let her blindfold you. Let her blindfold you. Let her blindfold you. Put him back on quick, goddammit. Denise, where you at, Denise? I'm trying to tell you what to do. He's faking.
Denise bullshitting at night. She usually in the chat. I ain't seen her all fucking night.
You got to get your sensory trained. I'm trying to tell you, as a young thunder.
I already know. I already got my
man that insisted I pinch his nipples, and he taught me some new shit. Yes. Y'all have it's the nerves. There are a lot of nerve endings in your nipples, and they travel. Let her do it.
Bruh. Everybody that's listening out there, all the homies that's listening right now, get your fucking titty sucked, man. It's all good, you know. It's okay, you know? Like it's all good, you know. Like we've never experienced that.
Right.
We always go for our dick getting sucked.
Go take a shower.
No,
we gotta take a shower. Go take a shower. And once she start doing it, she's gonna keep on doing it. It's just. I'm telling you. I ain't with that. I ain't into that shit. Quick, you ain't ready. You gotta get a few more years on you. When you get a few more years on you, you be
setting motherfuckers up to fail. You supposed to heal shit.
I'm gonna get back. Hey, look.
I'm trying to heal you. I'm telling you. You're gonna be all the way healed. Let her do it.
Can I get a second opinion?
Bruh, you sound like you ain't never had your toes fingered before, bro. Have you ever had a woman run their fingers through your toes, in between your toes, bro?
You lotion your feet. Let somebody lotion your feet.
Freak shit, bro. But it feels great.
Rock, can you please chime in on this? Talk to them, please.
Hey, Rock, you let my boo lotion your feet.
Goddamn right, that shit feels great.
Young, see what I'm saying? It's a light skin thing, bro. Look, we just gotta get Rock on the nipple sucking. We gotta get him on the nipple sucking. He'd be good. If he gets on the nipple biting,
I actually been in that territory before, but like, yeah.
Can I ask you a question, bro? I guess this is me having to counsel you. What is so scary about a woman wrapping her lips around your nipples?
I just didn't like the way the shit felt. You know,
it should feel great. It should feel great.
Without being too, well, fuck it, we don't filter. What did it feel like to you?
Weird.
Describe weird, because your level of weird might be different from my level of weird. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And we know
ain't no way in the world I can reach your level of weird in life. Like,
I'm not weird.
All right, well, actually, because your weird involves a lot. Your weird involves a lot of shit. I don't go there. You know, so
these are just life experiences that he's had. You explain.
People like this shit on me.
Okay. Oh gosh. Like what?
And that's a lot. And that's a lot because I'm a weird motherfucker. So yeah.
Okay, so like, what did it feel like?
I can't even describe what it felt like.
Okay, so that's just
you know what happened?
What?
You know what happened before you could see, because I know you're gonna get the clinical feeling.
Let's
unpack what the fuck you said.
It really was not about to be
clinical. He just said.
Go ahead.
What happened was some woman got a hold of his nipple, and that motherfucker felt that shit in his soul. You hear me?
Fuck out of here.
He was like, I thought my dick feel great, but these nipples feel better. You hear me?
That was not it.
Fuck, I don't even need a condom for these bitches. I can't knock her up or nothing. Yo, you better get your nipples sucked on the daily, bro.
That was not it. Yo, can we go to the next topic, please?
Nope, because nipple sucking is good foreplay. I'm trying to help you. Okay, that's just like, okay, let's look. Let's go to the first time you received oral. It was weird, right?
No, I love that shit. All right, well, okay. Actually, wait.
It's weird.
It was wait. It was awkward.
Yeah.
So because it was on both ends. Because if we're going off of the very first time, we're trying to process what the hell is happening.
Oh no, nigga, that process I already knew what was happening.
I already knew what was happening. It's just
look at Mo.
I knew what the fuck was happening. Now, granted, I knew what the fuck was happening. It's just the circumstances made it awkward.
You're like,
okay. So
there you go. Right. It was that.
Okay, yeah, but it took for you to get used to, right?
The hell no.
This is going to take.
I pretty much got used to it after that first time.
Yes, right.
During that time. So,
all right, so let me go from a female's. Let me go from.
I got used to it.
When we start getting oral, it is very weird. It takes time. It's like really weird. But the more you receive it, the more you know what it gets better because you are used to it. It's very weird at first though. So keep on allowing her, I'm talking about from a woman's point of view. You keep on allowing her to play with your nipples. She woke up pinching nipple one day. I mean, you gotta allow the stuff to build up.
Well, she does that to fuck with me, really.
Suck your nipple, boy. Let her do it. You gonna be?
Well, firstly, I want to just say that is not comparable to getting head at all.
No, I'm talking about the weird experiences. It's not.
It wasn't weird.
For me, I'm talking about I said, well, let me go to women because y'all three.
All right, well, there you go. All right, yeah, because
a woman's experience with oral sex is different. You know what I'm saying? It takes time. So that's how you got to work your way into it. Allow her to work your way into it. Just let go. You can't have control over everything, and that's your problem. You still want to be in control.
Also, I got a problem.
This man is afraid to come.
What the
I've
fuck?
never been afraid to come. I want to come.
No.
I want to come.
Wait, nah.
Oh, you want to bite my underarm hair?
Let's not do.
Oh, you like?
And for one, I got a problem with your ass. You gonna either talk here or you gonna get out. You gonna either talk here. You're gonna either talk here or you gonna get the fuck out the conversation and talk out there. You need to pick a fucking side. So
he's boosting the conversation in the group in the chat.
May I say, sir, quick. Man, I say, sir, quick. This is not about. This is not about you. This is about your news, bro. Like, it's okay.
That means no. I want to respond. I want to respond. I want to respond.
You know.
I want to respond.
You know,
I want to respond to you, Louisa. You ain't Blue Phoenix right now.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
For one, this is not about control. Because I actually think it's pretty sexy. You know, when a woman does all that control shit.
Thank you, Zena.
Hey, focus. I'm talking.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Control. Go ahead.
Right now, because I need you to hear this.
I'm about to help you lose it. Go ahead.
Help me lose it. The only reason I lose it is because I let it go.
Rather.
Are you done?
Go ahead.
Relax all your muscles.
Shut up. This is not a control thing. This is not a control. This is not a control thing. You know what? Yeah, thank you. Kick her the fuck out. I was sick. I was tired of her and her mystical let your nipples go thing. Anyway, she need to sit backstage for a minute. You in time out, Weezy. You in time out. All right.
That wasn't.
Go ahead and talk.
Let me tell you what I was saying. The reason why I said you refuse to lose control is because sex or lovemaking is about submission on both ends.
That's not the problem. I'm not.
Oh, it's a problem.
That's not the problem.
Oh, it's a problem.
So you're telling me? Wait, no, because I'm trying to get around. Because you're trying to make it a bad thing. That I'm just not into. AI, stop it, dog.
Tell you. You're trying to make it a bad thing. Let me take it off of you quick because it's too hot over there for you.
Because you're trying. No, I feel some. No, we gotta address this because you're trying to make it a bad.
Some type of way.
No. It's not about that neither. Because you're trying to make it a bad thing. Because I ain't with the nipple play.
No,
me.
I'm just trying to tell you something. In order for you to enjoy certain things that you're not accustomed to, in order for you to enjoy things that are not familiar, you must trust your partner and you must submit.
I trust her.
Then submit. Because if it's something that she wants to do, does she like to do that?
She just does that to fuck with me. It's not like it's a thing she wants to do.
Ask her. She might. Ask her.
Can you heal AI now?
AI, he ain't got no problem. We're trying to get you on board.
Can I speak?
All right. So Rock, are you with the nipple play?
Hell yeah,
now you just gonna skip over me, bro? I was gonna say something. I was gonna say
first time she did it, they called me
some poetic. Excuse me, Mr. Mo wants to be poetic. Go ahead.
This is what I want you to understand, quick. I need you to close your eyes. I need you to close your eyes.
I'm not doing that. Just talk.
Yes, close your eyes.
I need you to close your eyes.
I'm not doing that because I don't
trust your eyes, quick.
Look, it's about trust. I don't trust this motherfucker.
Listen to G.I.
Just fucking talk.
Close your eyes,
look, I'm not going to go on a meditative trip. I'm not about to go on a meditative trip. I'm not about to go on a meditative trip with him narrating. No.
Just close your eyes real quick.
Okay. Do y'all see?
Just imagine Holly Berry.
All right.
Who is your favorite female
Janet.
So just imagine Janet Jackson in all of her pleather. And she is giving you the show of your life. Mm-hmm. And the one stipulation that she has, because we know she got nipple rings, is that she wants to bite your nipples, bro.
Mm-hmm. Janet wants to take your nipple and lick around your nipple.
So you thought I was going to go full pause, but no.
No. It's me. I'm going to go there.
Whoa.
All right. Now, let me give you my response. Let me give you my response. Janet does a whole lot of shit that any dude like on that stage. But if the stipulation is she has to bite the nipple,
it won't be hard. It's a little nipple.
Now look.
I think you just raised his hairs.
Nah, because let's get this shit straight. It's not like for one, when my girl does it, it's not like I punch her up top of the head and say, "Get the fuck off." Do I say that's a go-to? Do I prefer it? Nah. Do I let her? Yeah. Now, if that's part of Janet's routine, finish.
Rock, you throwing me off these damn.
Bruh, look, stick to one damn emoji, motherfucker.
Hey, no.
That dude look like he represent the lollipop guild.
I'm because we talking about nipples. Let's switch over to another subject.
Please, can we switch the fuck over?
Yeah, we got what, a half an hour left, if that.
Oh shoot!
Yeah,
y'all blowing me right. Y'all blowing me right now.
So,
God.
so listen. So let's do this. Let's do this because we're still on the subject of sex. Okay. Going down on a man. A lot of women out here. The consensus is that it's degrading to them.
I've heard.
Do they view a man going down on them the same way to the man though?
You know they don't.
Exactly. So where's that double standard a lot of these women be preaching?
Church.
What the fuck, nigga? You got a double stand on your nipples, bro.
Thank you.
What?
That ain't fair,
well, that's
bro.
why. Well, for
fight,
one,
bro.
wait. Y'all asked my opinion on whether I prefer that or not. I said no. I didn't say I never let her do it.
And there's a bunch of women out here that don't prefer going down on us.
I didn't. So just don't expect the same energy.
I'm about to look this up. Y'all go ahead and discuss this real quick. Phoenix, go in.
Scared of fucking what?
Nipple play.
Look, I ain't scared. I said, all right, hold on. I told you right the hell now what it was. Do it. Look. Do I indulge in it? Yeah. Do I say, is it my favorite thing to do? Nah. But do I let her do it? Yeah. What the fuck am I going to say? No, don't do it. You're not allowed. No, I can't do that. That's the significant other.
Okay, look. I think, so when I was growing up, first of all, sex was made to be dirty.
1 second. Please keep your damn picture one thing.
He is terrible. He's terrible. But okay, so when I was growing up, sex was made to be dirty, and it's always made that way for girls. And because there's always that to put that fear in girls if they don't want to have sex. I get it. But anything like I was told nothing is supposed to go in your mouth but food. Did I listen? No. But nothing is supposed to go in your mouth but food. And if we are told these things, we are warned these things. You go to church, sex is wrong unless you're married, X, Y, Z. So you have that stipulation. And I've actually heard people tell, I've heard women say that they were told that you don't go down on a man because that's dirty. I've heard.
So I take it that you're coming from the Amish standpoint.
Well, we weren't Amish, but religious.
So that's an Amish belief. So is that an Amish belief?
I don't know what it is, but I'm pretty sure the Amish get down. Okay, but
you seen Sex Drive, right? I'm sure they do too.
But for real, it's a mental thing. It's like programming in a way. We are taught that is just something that hoes do. We're taught that prostitutes do that, and most not now because it's everywhere. But when from me growing up in the 80s and then before, that was just something that you just did not do. And even then, back then, men didn't really perform oral sex on women either, like that. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, it made it for us to think that was dirty.
Listen, I get it 100%. Like back in the 70s and stuff like that, I get why they didn't do it because that was the year of the Bush. Like who the fuck wants to start a fire? I don't want to floss my teeth while I'm going down. You dig what I'm saying? Like I can still smell pee from like a month ago. Like you need to trim and shave this motherfucker. I don't give a damn about your razor bumps. Get rid of the pee smell. I've been down on women that had bushes, and that shit smells like urine. Okay, y'all. It is a hygiene thing.
Hygiene is everything.
Yeah, and that goes for us as men too. I mean, at the same time,
you got to courtesy wash, motherfuckers.
But we got to be trill about it. Like, even if, you know what I'm saying, even if you had a lover from maybe months ago or maybe a year ago, that those genetics, those the semen, the everything is still caught on to that. I mean, they can use, you know, DNA evidence on you from anywhere, you know what I'm saying, from 20 years ago, if that's what happened. But I think it's a level of is the plate clean? You dig what I'm saying? Like, women and men already have different genitalia, right? But then we look at it and none of it looks appetizing to the face. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it's right there in front of you, it doesn't look appetizing. The least that you can do is make it smell good, possibly make it look good. I think a lot of that is the apprehensiveness is because of the situations. You dig? Like, I remember the first time I went down on a female, it looked like clams. I remember eating clams and that shit looked like clams. It fucked me up. I couldn't really deal with it, bro. I had to drink a whole 40 ounce of motherfucking Steel Reserve before I could go down with this female.
That's because they rebellious.
Like, no, I'm gonna tell you, men and women, all of the ones who grew up underneath those strict rules and strict households, as soon as they get turned out into the world, buck wild. Straight up.
I'm gonna tell you. Whew. I wasn't buck wild like out there, but
a lot of them were.
I was buck wild with one person, and I went kind of buck wild, but hence the 5 children. But yeah. It's just, but it has a lot to do with the mental programming, though.
Well, I'll say
to break out of that.
Now, granted, of course, like I said, like we all said, times have changed now. It's very desensitized when it comes to oral, because it's, as you said, it's everywhere now. But as far as the grading, as far as the grading goes, or as far as, like, because granted, there's a difference between, to me, there's a Christian and there's church folk. You know what I mean? There's church folk. You know, a lot of the hypocrites are the church folk. And for those who condemn people about what they choose to do in their house, where all these little church folk come from? You know, you had to do something to get them kids. I'm just saying.
I think here it is. So this damn near ties into the next subject that we are talking about. Are men and women really equal? I mean, even mentally, physically, emotionally, like, you know, like, it seems like we have a battle of the sexes about every fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? About insecurities as men, sexuality, you know what I'm saying? Able to let our guards down as men with our women. Is there a divide, or is there a true difference between the both of us?
There's a difference, and no, we are not equal. We're not equal.
Elaborate.
Before I get attacked by the feminists, fuck y'all. We're not. Y'all are not women. We are not y'all. There are things that you are built to do. There are things that you're supposed to do. There are things that I'm supposed to do. Let me make this example. When I had to operate in the part of me, when I had to be the man, quote unquote, because I could never be a man. When I had to operate in my masculine, I was exhausted. I was angry. I was frustrated, and I just could not deal. I'm not supposed to operate that way. I'm not supposed to have to do things that men are supposed to do. I'm not supposed to have to lead. I'm not supposed to have to, of course I teach, we all teach, but there are certain things that men are designed to do. There are certain things that women are designed to do. Y'all are not really the comforters. Y'all are our comforters, but you're not really nurturers. That is our job. And when you have to operate in that side of you, it's exhausting because it's pulling from something that you don't naturally have. And we are the ones that give that to you. So there's no way. I don't give a fuck how much money we make. I don't give a fuck how much weights we lift. I don't give a fuck how much pills we take. We are not men. There are ways that you guys think that we don't think that way. There are ways that you guys just naturally have that certain ambition or certain drive that we may have to an extent because we have that energy, but you guys have to take that lead. There are things. Let me tell y'all what I discovered this week. It made me angry for a second, but then my light bulb went off. I'm going back to school. I'm filling out all this paperwork. I'm divorced. So they're asking me why your name not like this from high school. Because first of all, it was high school. I'm not gonna tell you how many years ago that was, but it was high school. My maiden name is Porter. My last name now is Harrell. I did not change it when I got divorced because I ain't feel like filling out all that paperwork. But I had to write all these letters. I had to send proof of my divorce information, send proof of separation information, send proof of birth certificate, send proof of this, proof of that. And I got frustrated at first. I'm like, why do I have to prove myself? Why do I have to prove that this is who I am? And then the light bulb hit me is that the man is the covering. He's the lead. He's the head. And he is there for one as your protection, as your security, as your safety. And as long as he is there, you don't have to prove yourself because he's your proof. So I don't have a covering right now. So I have to prove myself a little bit more. If I had a covering, it would be Mr. and Mrs. So-and-so because he's my head. He's my covering. We are not equal because he has a job and I have my job. That was just my light bulb for the week. Sorry. But anyway, go ahead.
That's amazing.
Right. Well, I don't know what to say.
We forget because we want to have, we want to be this person. I cannot be you. And I will never, ever, ever again put myself in that position where I will have to be because I can't do it. I was so miserable 10 years of my life. I felt dead. I can't be that person. I'm not supposed to be the man. God damn it. I was not born a man. I birthed 5 kids. I'm supposed to be the fucking woman. That is my job. I like being feminine. That is who I am. I will not ever say that I am the man because I'm not. I will not ever say that I can do your job because I cannot. I don't care. We could be in the same fucking position. You will still outdo me because that is what you're supposed to do. There are certain things that you are just supposed to do because that is your makeup. That is who you are. There are things that I'm supposed to do because that is my makeup and that is who I am. I will never, ever disrespect a man and tell him that I'm better than you because I'm not. You're not better than me. I'm not better than you. We are not the same, but we are not equal either.
So, all right. So let me ask you this, because you sparked a good conversation, and like you're saying, the makeup. You know what I'm saying? We have different jobs and different roles. What's crazy is, you know what I'm saying, raising the next generation. You know what I'm saying? You're raising a young man yourself. What are some things that you feel as though young Black men aren't being taught to be a man that's forcing them to lack? I'm sorry,
we can't teach a man, a boy, how to be a man because we're not men. We don't think like men. We may think we think like men, but we do not. Men are more rational. Men have, y'all think y'all don't have patience, but y'all have more patience than what you do. There are things that you show your boys. You show your boys that let me put it to you like this. We raise our boys to treat women the way we want them to be treated. We want to be treated. But we can't raise our boys to grow up to be what a man's supposed to be because we are only raising them to be the man that we think they're supposed to be. We might not even know what the fuck a man's supposed to be. We can only go by the examples that have been placed in front of us, and they may not have been good examples. Even if they were good examples, and I'm not going to discredit the raising of the boys and the girls that have happened for single mothers and single fathers, because single fathers have to do it too. But there's always a lack when you do not have both parents, and they don't necessarily have to be together. But when you do not have both parents involved in the raising of these children, the children lack. there's a lack there. And if you have a 2-parent household and one of the parents do not take their place, there's a lack there. Just because the person is in the home does not mean they're doing their part as a parent. Us women cannot raise boys to be men because we are not men. Single fathers cannot raise girls to be women. And actually, to be honest, single fathers do a better job with the girls than the single mothers do with the boys.
What's the disconnection?
The disconnection is, okay, you as a father, when you look at your son, what do you see?
I see me.
So if you see you, would you not lead him down the right path or the path that you didn't get before?
Right. But but when I look at my daughter, I see the same thing.
Yeah, but you don't treat them the same. You're more gentle with your daughter. You're a little bit more rough on your son. Mothers are a little more rough on their daughters and more gentle with their sons.
No, see, but the reason is I'm more rough on my son because it's crazy because we just had this conversation because when I'm gone, he becomes the man.
Oh, but guess what? You can teach him that.
Mm-hmm.
We can teach him how we want him to be toward a woman or how we think a man is supposed to be. And that's not how it works. A man has to teach a young man, a young boy, how to be a grown man. That is how it works. That is how it works. I can care less what the fuck anybody else say. Your opinion is your opinion, but this is facts. Women cannot raise men to be men. You can raise them to be respectful. You can teach them things. You can show them things. They can be awesome. They can grow to be an awesome man. But there is still something lacking because they did not have that male figure. And they will go seeking that. They lack it. There are a lot of men that are wonderful men, but there's a part of them that's missing because they did not have their father.
I want to make sure that we have the actual premise on this question right here. Okay, the reason why it was posed. Okay, this stems from LeBron James. No, Kobe Bryant. Was it? It was LeBron James and the other lady. They played for the LA. But it was the two NBA players, the WNBA and the NBA players. So we, I don't, that everything else that's very valid. Physically, we do have to address why is there such a competition between women nowadays and men that they can do everything that we can do?
You don't remember back in the day when they was burning bras and shit? It's a movement, and all it is prove I'm better than you. You can do anything. I mean, anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything.
That was a Gatorade. That was a Gatorade promo too.
Yeah, I remember that. But that's the attitude.
Shit. Gabrielle Union and that punk D-Wade. Like, how the fuck you just 6'5", 6'8", or
that role has reversed. She is now the masculine lead. He is now the feminine submissive. Not saying masculine can't be submissive because together you do submit to each other. But if you look at it, they have totally reversed roles. She is the masculine lead in that relationship, and it's wrong. It is wrong. Now, as far as sports, we have, we can be good, we can be great, but there's still that lack because we do not have as much muscle mass and much strength. I don't care how much you lift. A man can lift less and still be stronger than you. We have limitations because we are women. Y'all have certain. Y'all are supposed to be strong. Y'all are supposed to be strong. We're strong too, but y'all are supposed to be stronger.
Strong like a woman's balloon knot. Y'all don't know what a balloon knot is?
Yes.
Oh, you know. Okay. All right. Quick, do you know what a balloon knot is?
Mm-hmm.
It's a woman's butthole. You know how strong they are. Women are so strong in their mental aspect that they can hold their farts all night and then shit in the middle of the night when you're asleep, bro. They can listen. They can time it perfectly, bro. That's how strong we're supposed to be, bro. Yeah.
Y'all are actually stronger than that.
So we're supposed to be stronger than the asshole.
Yes,
I don't want to even form a response to that.
How do you tell your son, look, son, you got to be stronger than the asshole out here?
You gotta son, you gotta be like your mama's asshole. Like,
you gotta remain strong.
Get in there, so you gotta be. But but still, y'all have to understand. So I get kind of frustrated when I hear women talk certain ways, and a lot of that is they're operating in their woundedness because there's not understanding as to how things are supposed to be. I got frustrated because I'm like, why do I gotta prove myself? I done did this, I done did that, and I'm like, whoa, wait, it ain't about me. It's not about me, because my covering is not there. If we go back, you have to respect the laws of nature. You have to respect the proper order of things. My covering, or a woman's covering, is very important. He covers, we protect. He protects us, we got him. I mean, that's how it's supposed to be. We have totally forgot that. There's nothing wrong with being strong. There's nothing wrong with being capable of doing the same thing he does. Because if something happens to him, you have to, you got to be there for him. Something happens to you, he got to be there for you. Fine. But don't you dare sit there with the arrogant attitude and audacity to think that you are better than this man. No, you're not. You're not. He's not better than you. You're not better than him, but you damn sure need to sit your ass down somewhere. It don't make no sense.
Man, this been a crazy up and down emotional roller coaster, man. We have went from nipples to popcorn to, the Eagles with their shitty asses and all the memes that TaylorMade Rock can put up. I don't even understand this dude. His faculties are not in place, man. Like he's a mental case. You did,
but just to transition a little bit now. A story that we have been covering in pop culture for several episodes now has now received another piece to the puzzle that makes this a lot more interesting. So apparently Tory Lanez' Bodyguard came out recently. And there's audio of him explaining his side of what he saw. And when I was listening, I had that exact face on, right? Perfect timing. I swear that picture looked like you represent the Lollipop Guild. But anyways, so basically, and somebody please fill in if I miss a detail or two. Based on what the audio says, allegedly the gun that grazed, it was specified, grazed Meg Thee Stallion was actually being fought over in the vehicle. Was it by Tory and the other women that was in there?
Her friend.
And her friend. So yeah. And in the midst of the scuffle, the gun went off and she got caught with the little graze. So technically she wasn't shot. She was clipped by the bullet, apparently, as it was. Because granted, if somebody was shot in both feet, you wouldn't be walking right now. You wouldn't be walking in the hills. You wouldn't be performing. And bro, you are blowing me with these different pictures. You wouldn't be walking right now. So basically, now granted, if I missed any other details, please fill it in. But folks, panel, people, responses.
We only have a 5-night time. I think we are going to shut this down in a few. But let me just say this. We gotta do closing arguments and how we feel today about the conversation. And I'm sorry, Zena, we are not gonna talk about Taraji P. Not tonight. But I really feel like that man right there was not really protected, and this might all be a whole fucking like shit show. Like for real. This might be some real live Illuminati sacrificial shit, because for some reason this dude remains confident and he ain't spilled the beans one time. He ain't really said nothing. You dig? So I got a feeling it's about to be some. I got a feeling it's gonna be some bullshit.
Weezy.
I ain't got nothing to say. I already told y'all. And like Zena said, it's a publicity stunt.
Rockaroo. Who was that?
For treasure.
I thought that was Steve-O for a second, but never mind.
Yeah, I thought it was too. All I'm gonna say is this: the shit is about to hit the fan, and I will be here to report it.
Well, my overall view is, even with the bodyguard releasing a statement, I still can't formulate any opinions because everybody's story is different. Now, granted, we haven't heard, Tory hasn't even spoken on it, but unless you take what he said on his album into account, but let's just take that into account for the sake of argument. Until everything is fairly assessed in court or whatever, however that works, until all evidence is taken into account, I haven't really had time to like dissect everything together myself. But I'm still right here. I'm not quite at a conclusion yet, because to me there's still smoke in the air. It's still unclear. It's still foggy. So therefore, as far as my opinion, I cannot formulate one.
Well, while you got the floor, go ahead and give your final thoughts.
My final thoughts. I guess, where do I begin? Well, as far as firstly, I would like to once again thank Miss Sharisa Ali for coming on the show. Yes, we had a wonderful time with you tonight. Wonderful time with you tonight. And if I can just recap a few things. All businesses, large corporations and small independent businesses, it doesn't look like this is going to just, the state of the world is going to just go away like that anytime soon. So for real, find a way to adapt, find a way to capitalize, because you see what's happening to businesses that aren't. And I'll stay there with it. As far as everything else, funny conversations and so on and so forth. But Weezy, you had me fucked up today. But anyways, follow me at The Real K Quick on Instagram and Twitter. IamKQuick.com. And also, while you're on the website, make sure you pick up one of these, which is the Asylum, baby. Get a physical copy on my website. Also available on Apple, iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Music, Google Play, wherever you decide to get your tunes from, you will find me and this new album. Also, check out the new music video for the new single, Mosh Pit, featuring my sis, Grizzy. It's fire. Because I'm really fire. So, much love. You know the team, Beats, Bars, and Faith. We in here. No filter. K Quick. Villain.
Mr. Mo.
So, and of course, you can always reach me at RedNose199 on Twitter, and of course GIMO on IG, and AI McDowell Ferguson on Facebook, and of course the Red Nose stands for the Pitbull, not the clown. You dig? Man, just live life, y'all. I mean, we used to this shit. It's all good. We used to this shit. Just keep on giving a good fight. You understand me? I love y'all, man. Deuces. Peace of Sharice, man. Thank you so much for coming on. Sharisa, correct? If I said that
Sharisa,
I
yes.
love y'all, man. Hey, look, and pray for K Quick's nipples, man. I'm out of here.
I dislike you.
Thank you, Miss Riri, for coming on. You really, really lit up our show. You left the energy like Texas. Yeah, it was awesome. I already said a lot about a lot. So
I just too much.
Hey, mind your business. Close your eyes and let it hit them nipples. Anyway, yeah, we gotta start. Stop making things about yourself. Stop being selfish. Stop being conceited and arrogant, and just let shit go. It's not all about you. It's not all about what you want. Sometimes you just gotta let things be and allow life to happen. And I guarantee you will totally be happy that you did. I just want to say
nipples.
Yeah, definitely with the nipples. Please let that happen. And keep them balloon knots tight. Anyway, I just want to send out love and light and kisses and hugs, and anybody crying, let them tears fall and just get up and dust off and go about your business. You can find me at the Blue Phoenix on Facebook, Louisa Harrell on Facebook, and the Blue Phoenix Heels on Instagram.
Well, oh boy, I guess it's my turn. All right, man, it's been an interesting show. We technically didn't talk about shit that we said we was going to talk about. I think this was kind of like one of my favorite shows.
No,
we talked about how we rather for the doctor to call our dick a dick instead of a penis. I'll stand beside that.
Oh, wow, I forgot about that.
Yeah. And honestly, I'll even sign a waiver for it just to say that, I won't file sexual harassment. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you can even call it a schmeckle. I wouldn't give a fuck. Anything but a penis. That shit is just totally weird.
It's a schmeckle, sir.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, what she said.
Schmeckle.
Schmeckelheimer, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, you know what I'm saying? Whatever makes you feel comfortable. Quick, man, you gotta let it nibble your nipple or something, bruh. Just a little bit, bruh. Just a little bit. Grow up. Be a man.
Look, I've been staying muted for a long ass time. Y'all gonna get the fuck off this. I let her do the shit. I just said what my damn preference was. Y'all need to leave me
titties.
and my man. Right, get the fuck off it. Like, finish your damn closing statement, bro. Fuck out of here. I
don't know why maple syrup has anything to do with it, but
y'all gonna leave me the fuck alone tonight. I know that.
Baby diapers.
Fuck out it. Look. Wait a minute! Don't impose your fucking shit on me, dog. You speaking from your fucking shit. You like shit, pancake, diapers, and blood. I don't know what the fuck you like, man. You like all that crazy shit, man.
You the vampire.
That would totally.
I may be in, but like, all I've been hearing is like shit, diapers, period, blood, all this kind of crazy shit coming from you, dog.
Love you,
Rock, bro. Please finish.
Show love to the nipples and get love to your own nipples is what I'm trying to say. It's a crazy world. If it's voting season, so I wouldn't be wrong if I say go out there and vote. Your vote matters. Even if you don't understand what to vote for, I guess. It's the No Filter show. Star, we miss you tonight. You know what I'm saying? Our hearts and prayers is out with you. Always. So as always, quick, I will holler at you later, my good man. Deuces. Weezy, baby, I will see you later. GMO, my man. You already know what it is. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm getting the fuck up out of here. I gotta go to work tomorrow. But once again, this is the No Filter Show, and we out of here.